This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA-Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
No way.
From the Aunt and Uncle Studios of UFC Vegas 29 recap. The Korean zombie bounces back. We're gonna recap the entire card. Anderson Silva, the GOAT of boxing. Let's go with the MMA. Yes. I botched that intro. Who gives a fuck? How you doing, friends? Welcome to our Monday show, the MMA Holes Hour. That's right. We've been doing this for 182 episodes. And the reason why I bring that up, the MMA Holes Hour, 182, I mean, it's a big night. 182 episodes in the books. Korean zombie bouncing back. Anderson Silva with a crazy boxing win over Chavez JR. That's wonderful, wonderful over there.
Wonderful.
ARIEL HELWANI. I didn't clickbait with the big nose, but ARIEL HELWANI is coming back with the MMA Hour. And I'd like to pride ourselves on the fact that we have never given up on the MMA Holes Hour. We have stayed strong throughout the years. No matter what happens to the MMA Holes with strikes and all that fun stuff, we're still here and we're still live. So shout out to the MMA Holes for coming back each and every week and being wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And Ariel's back with Vox. See how that goes. Anyway, the Korean zombie bouncing back was something that he really needed over here. He was a little patient in this fight against Dan Ige. We're going to discuss in depth as the show progresses. We're going to talk about the whole entire card tonight, but I do want to start off quickly with our Anderson Silva. A fight against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., a fight that we weren't going to react to. Well, the audience says we will stay if you stay, so we stayed. We did like an 8-hour stream. And it was interesting. I'm glad we stayed around for it. We didn't stay around for Papa Duke's Mr. 50-year-old. Yeah, that wasn't how. I don't even know. That was an exhibition bout. I was just like, yeah, I'm good. But Anderson Silva convincingly got the win. I know they said split decision, and I know they're wrong. They're completely wrong. My hair's all poofed. Need a haircut, by the way. Yeah, so Anderson Silva getting that win shocked the hell out of me. He was a big underdog in the fight. He looked great. He looked flowy out there. He looked like vintage Anderson. So if you missed it, please do yourself a favor because boxing now is dead and MMA is greater than boxing. Way greater than boxing. I mean, it's not even close. MMA is light years ahead of the game. When you put a real fight together, MMA wins. When you put circus fights together, well, boxing will win because they set their shit up. But the MMA Holes have good. I don't know why I said MMA Holes have good. I have no idea why I said that. But anyway, Anderson Silva really lifted us up. So congratulations to the Spider. I would love to see him just like kind of right off into the sunset after that. That was a great way to wrap up a career. He is 46 years old, but he's not going to do it. He's gonna keep doing this. He looked great, and I don't blame him. You know, knock yourself out. Well, don't knock yourself out. Knock other people out.
Wonderful, wonderful.
But yeah, make your money. Make your money. Now's the time to do novelty fights. So go for it. People are saying Roy Jones Jr. That was thrown out there. I saw that Jake Paul was saying, "Well, you jump on our card, and you could be on the co-main event or something." Like, dude, man, I understand Jake Paul's a big draw, but if Roy Jones Jr. is fighting Anderson Silva, that should be the main event. I don't care how popular you are, Jake Paul, whatever the fuck. put Anderson Silva up top. I know you're not going to do that because of money, and I guess that makes sense. But still, I mean, the Spider, is a legend of the UFC, and now is going to take over boxing, I guess. So good on Anderson for getting the win. In the chat, let me know if you saw the Anderson Silva versus Chavez Jr. fight with the ones in the chat if you have. Before we continue the show, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors. We have Head Rush. Head Rush, the greatest clothing line in the world, man. Got the skull shirts, the whole deal here. I was rocking Head Rush at the gym today. It was wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Head Rush is a premium brand of clothing. You look like a badass, male, female, whatever. Anyone could wear these shirts, which is great. For Father's Day, I hope the fathers are rocking their Head Rush shirts. A lot of the fighters walking out to cages in Head Rush shirts. I mean, it has a tradition within MMA history. A lot of big names have worn Head Rush and complete wonderful, wonderful clothing. And you can get 20% off using our promo code MMA-HOLES. Link in the description. You click on that puppy and use our promo code. Get 20% off. Thank you to Head Rush for that. Also, Ballsy, ballwash.com. There's a link in the description for Ballsy, the best wash in the game. The men smell better than ever. I got my father for Father's Day ball wash. I did. I actually did it. I got him the shampoo, the conditioner, the body wash. And he's like, Chris, what am I going to do with this? I'm like, I wash yourself? I don't know. And I asked Dad. I go, Dad, what kind of wash do you use? He said something like green apple. No joke. My dad says he washes his body with green apple soap or some shit like that. So thank God I saved my dad's life and brought him back to being a man. Thanks to ballwash.com. If you want 15% off ballwash.com, well, check out the link in the description and use promo code MMA-HOLES. Lux Bidet's got some new products that they came out with. I noticed they have like a spray so you can, get rid of that stanky odor as well when you drop the number 2. Today I dropped a deuce in the gym and I literally had to jump in the shower because I didn't have my bidet. I'm so spoiled by my bidet. I'm going to get one for downstairs as well. Here's a promo. There's a link in the description for 10% off Lux Bidet. Not those other bidets. Don't use those other... Like, people are throwing these other bidets out there. No, this is super simple. You throw it on top of your toilet, and boom, you're ready to go. So 10% off Lux Bidet. Link in the description. Also, mysticrootscbd.com. 20% off. If you go to their website, use promo code MMA-HOLES. Also, if you want to watch the fights this weekend coming up, big one, Volkov versus Gane. That's happening. Use our ESPN Plus link in the description and be wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Enough of that stuff over there. And thank you to all our sponsors, as usual, for keeping us going and flowing. And thank you to everyone who hit the like button. I saw the likes going up. Thank you very much. Trying to get $150 tonight. I told Jesse, I was like, I think tonight is just going to be one of them shows where we're just going to recap some fights, have some fun. I don't see anything big tonight, any big numbers. There's no circus stuff going on. Connor's coming up down the road, but I think we're just going to have some fun. We're going to kick back, put our legs up, and look at this card. Sung Ige. Okay. Sung Ige happened Saturday night, and the Korean Zombie needed a win here. Didn't look very good in his last fight against Ortega, and now he bounces back with a win against a very tough guy in Ige, a classy guy, Ige. Gets the win convincingly in a decision, and now we can discuss what would be next for a man named Sung Jung, the Korean Zombie over here. A lot of strikes thrown between the boys over here, but he looked good. He looked excellent in this fight. And I want to see the top guys again. Yes, you lost to Ortega. You didn't look very good. But how about a Max Holloway who fell off of the Yair card? Maybe throw him against Maxie when Max is ready to come back. Korean Zombie could rest a little bit and get Max. That would be a blast of a fight between the Korean Zombie and Max Holloway. So that's something that immediately jumps to mind thinking about the Korean Zombie. But let's blast back earlier on in the card because this card over here, was fire. A shockingly fire card. If you scroll through this thing, a lot of intense finishes, unexpected wins. And, the co-main events, not so much. Main event was pretty good. Not the best main event in the world. It was just, a strong performance by the Korean Zombie. But let's start off at the beginning of this card over here, okay? Let's take you down memory lane.
Wonderful.
Hold on a second. We got a little chrome action here.
So a YouTuber beat a retired MMA fighter, and a MMA fighter who is older than that retired MMA fighter beat an active and legit former world champion boxer. What the fuck is going on? Can we stop calling it boxing now? It should be called a shit show.
It is. The only way, I said it opening the show, the only way boxing can get the win over MMA is if they stack the cards in their favor. But the minute, and they did it again with Anderson Silva, the big underdog in Anderson Silva, but they made a mistake. They made a mistake because this Anderson Silva, well, he's got a little left in the tank. This Anderson Silva so happens to be one of the greatest UFC fighters of all time. You put bigger gloves on him, you know, less of a chance, you know, no elbows or knees or any of that crazy stuff. Anderson Silva had his hands down, was baiting Chavez in. Anderson Silva looked great. Could you imagine if we had a competitive fight?
Wonderful, wonderful.
MMA would destroy boxing.
I love to shit on boxing, but Silva versus Roy Jones Jr. is fire. But let's be honest. Roy isn't even from Dagestan, he fucking sucks. What a pussyo. Anderson knocks him out cold. Cesar Gracie shit. Got your fucking career, got your fucking career.
I'm with you. I think that Anderson Silva beats Roy Jones, which is kind of crazy to say. I think he does. This stage of the game. I think he does. I think he could do it. Those two wanted to fight. I don't know if they would make it an exhibition fight, though. I'm not sure how they would do that. But that would be a lot of fun. That really would be a lot of fun to see happen. But this is a good time to be an MMA fan. You know, like we're sitting here getting our fucking shit pushed in by boxing when they're just throwing out these circus fights against MMA guys, but non-boxers. And Anderson Silva's not really, I mean, he's boxed, but he's not really a boxer, you know? But Anderson coming in there with his hands down against the ropes, baited him down. It was beautiful to watch. It was the most fun I had in boxing in a while. Although, I got to say, Wilder Fury 3, I'm very interested in that fight. But if you're throwing this MMA boxing shit together, let's go Anderson. Let's go Spider. Now, like I said before, I don't want to keep on throwing Anderson out there over and over and over again. You know, I want him to get paid and get his big money. So if he fights Roy Jones, he'll probably get a nice penny. Or if down the road he does fight a Jake Paul or some shit like that, he'll get paid nicely. But, you know, just a couple of fights, Anderson. Don't go too crazy. You know, it would be great if Anderson leaves on a high note. Since, you know, when MMA he took a little bit of a nosedive. You know, it'd be fun to see Anderson leave with a couple of wins in boxing, and then we can remember Anderson as one of the greats. So that'd be nice. How you doing, WMMA scene? Hopefully you're wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So let's start with the ladies' fight over here, and how fitting, right? WMMA scene in the chat. We have Casey O'Neill versus Lara Procopio. I picked O'Neill, and I was shocked by her performance. I was absolutely shocked. O'Neill started off a little sluggish in that fight, and then pa-poom, second round comes in, she kicked into high gear. Girl's cardio is intense, insane. Undefeated lady gets the rear naked choke over a very tough Lara Procopio. I was very, very shocked. I mean, even though I picked, it was one of those weird situations where I was like, I think I made the wrong pick. Shocked. This girl looks good, Casey O'Neill. I'm going to keep an eyeball on this young lady. She's now 7-0. She's still only 23 years of age. So keep an eyeball on Scotland's Casey O'Neill as she got an impressive finish. And that's how the card started. You know, it was wild. Seeing her come back and get that win, it was actually pretty wild. The second fight going on in that card was Ricky Glenn versus Joaquim Silva, the guy that we said looked like one of the monsters in I Am Legend. Well, I got that one wrong. As Glenn goes in there and just rat-tat-tat bashes the face of Silva down to the ground and takes him out. Quickly, swiftly, what a win for Ricky Glenn.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Moss, just relax your cheeks and embrace boxing. Take it all in. Let it puncture your small intestines. Enjoy it. Silva versus Jones will be awesome, and if it's a true boxing fight, I'm taking Jones. Props to Silva though, he'll hang.
Roy Jones Jr., yeah, Roy Jones Jr. still got the moves, right? You should take Roy Jones. Should have taken Chavez Jr. as well, right? I mean, Chavez Jr. is not quite Roy Jones Jr. But still, I tell you, man, I think Anderson's got a really good shot in that fight. I really do. I think that would be a lot of fun to watch. But, yeah, listen, I'm going to be watching. I'll be watching. If Anderson's back in there, he's got my interest now. He really does. I hope Vitor comes in glowing Vitor Belfort about to fight Oscar De La Hoya. I don't know if that's completely locked in yet, but it looks like both parties are ready to go with that. But yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. Like today, for instance, we do have the Korean Zombie on the thumbnail over here. I did throw in Anderson Silva, but like we can talk through this card. It was a very fun card, the entire card from beginning to end. There was a couple of little stinkers in between, but for the most part, I would say 80% of the card was fire.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Silva won because he went back to his roots. He went back to school. And by school, I mean the Steven Seagal school of what the fuck is that? I swear that nigga be making up moves on the spot thinking it will actually work in a real fight.
It does seem like that, right? I mean, it's all about baiting your opponent in with Anderson Silva. And when he catches you, when he lures you in, it's so fun to watch, man. He japs you in the face, and Chavez the look on Chavez's face, like, what the fuck did he just hit me with there? Huh. How funny is this? Here we are talking about the UFC. We started with a little Anderson Silva, and then now we're segueing into the UFC, and then boom, the community wants to pull us right back into novelty fights, boxing, circus stuff. It's pretty wild. And it's one of those reasons where we have to embrace this. Even if you're dead against these crazy circus fights. And Chaves JR versus Silva, I mean, it's still got a circus aspect to it, but it's not as terrible as a Jake Paul fight, right? When you really think about it. Both guys are established athletes. Although I think, my limited knowledge of Chaves Jr., I would think Anderson Silva has a more impressive MMA career. Just my opinion. I think he was on pace to be the GOAT of the UFC if it wasn't for a little steroid action. But I got to say, it's interesting to see how the community, no matter what the story is, we always tend to just weasel our way back over to the flashy stuff, the silly stuff. It's wild, man. Now, let me know in the chat if you're actually down with Anderson Silva in boxing, because I have a feeling there's a lot of people out there like, I don't give a fuck. I just want my UFC content. But let me know, are you down with the Anderson Silva stuff? I know a lot of people are checked out with Jake Paul. I am. I'm waiting. When the Woodley thing comes down, fight week, we'll start dabbling into that a little bit. Or when the headlines start coming out and they start really getting intense, we're getting closer, then I'll tap into that a little bit. But I'm not really interested at all in Jake Paul. At all. Logan Paul, any of that bullshit. But Anderson Silva, let me know, chat. Are you pumped up about that? Are you all into this? Going over to boxing, doing his thing? I'm down with that hog muncher. Evlov is a beast, and you know it, Mas. Yes, Evlov is very good. Let's see. I'm down. He's an elite MMA striker, and he can hang with a lot of boxers. I like Silva. Don't know. Excuse me. By the way, Jess, what is the temperature on? It has to be on 80, right? Like, what the hell is it on? 79. Yeah, we gotta have to do something about that. All right, we're gonna get Jesse in the mix. It's like 400 degrees in here. It is 111 degrees right now in Arizona at 7:19 p.m. Whew. My goodness. Now I love the heat and everything like that, but when I'm doing a show and the lights are on me, I gotta get some fucking air conditioning into my fucking pores. Went to the gym for the first time today, like 2 years. Feels like it. Well, at least a year and a half. Yeah, year and a half. It's crazy. Gain weight. I'm almost up to 180.
You only gained 8 pounds.
She's just like, you only gained 8 pounds. Have you ever held 8 pounds, Jess? An 8-pound bowling ball.
Yes.
It's heavy. What's in your hand? How many pounds is that?
This is probably 12 pounds now.
12 pounds.
Yes,
Heavy.
I have
Very
held
heavy.
8 pounds.
Tack, yeah,
So
8
much.
pounds. Yeah, I fucking gained 178. I'll be fighting at middleweight soon.
Okay.
So I'm like, fuck, man, I gotta go to the gym. So now I'm there. It felt great. It felt like $1 million, man. It felt like $1 million. Anyway, Jess, how you doing, Jess?
I'm wonderful, wonderful, Moss. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful.
I'm wonderful, wonderful. Oh, yes. You look small and frail, with all due respect. I am small and frail. I'm small,
What?
frail, and I'm very feeble.
Only I feel like a small, frail person probably said that.
Listen, I'm a feeble human being. I'm very timid and weak. I'm a weak man. That's why I do a podcast. I'm very weak.
Sorry. I'm not pushing you around.
sensitive.
I'm just grabbing you for leverage.
Yeah, I'm
Moss thought I was shoving him away last time.
a very weak person. That's why I do this. I'm weak-minded, weak-bodied, and that's why I have you guys here for comfort, to comfort my weakness. Anyway, what do you think about this? Like, everyone's constantly wanting to talk about, and what did you think about Anderson Silva this weekend?
The fight was good. It's just waiting for it was so frustrating to me. But I mean, I think that was just like because it wasn't really like a planned thing. I think if we had planned it, it probably would have been just as exciting. But I thought the fight itself was pretty good, and I was a little surprised, to be quite honest. I feel like every time we've seen an MMA fighter going into boxing, we expect the worst because we see the worst. But this time, it wasn't that way. Anderson Silva actually has some game in boxing, and I would like to see him continue.
Yeah, Jesse made a good point. Why does boxing just give you one thing? Like, they gave you Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. It was hilarious, man. When they said, hey, we got the main event coming, I literally turned it off. I didn't give two fucks about a 50-year-old Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. I don't care, man. I know he's a legend and everything like that, but Jesus Christ. It's not Mike Tyson. What are we talking about here? But everyone's going bonkers about that. Canelo Alvarez's brother fought. I guess that had some sort of interest, but his record's nothing special. Why in boxing they only give you like one good thing, right?
What do you mean?
Like you pay like that was what, $50? How much was that?
Oh, like one good fight, and
that's it.
Everything else is like.
It's
well,
boring,
you have to
man.
no, but you're speaking as an MMA fan. Boxing fans, it's kind of like MMA, where like casual MMA fans only like name value fights, but most OG MMA fans just like to watch fights.
I think it's a big difference.
So in boxing, it's probably the same thing. We're casual boxing fans, so we're looking for name value fights, but regular boxing fans probably enjoy those.
Hear me out.
Those lead up fights.
The first fight of this fight night card that happened, which was a fight night that a lot of people passed on, the Korean Zombie versus Ige. The first fight, Casey O'Neill versus Lara Procopio, right? You look at those two, you're like, who the fuck cares about this? If you're a casual fan, you're like, I couldn't give two shits about this fight. If a casual sat there and watched this thing, which was a brawl from beginning to end, and then ended with the rear naked choke, right? A casual would be like, oh shit, that was a barn burner. That was pretty wild.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
But you could do the same
that
thing
was
in
number
boxing.
One. No, you can't.
Wait,
you cannot.
Just listen to me. In boxing, you're going to look at a fight, a lead-up fight, and be like, who fucking cares, right? But if you see something awesome in that fight, you're gonna think that was really fucking awesome. The same thing can happen in both sports.
What, Jesse? When have you tuned into the first fight of a boxing card?
I don't watch boxing. I'm just trying to explain that for boxing fans, it's probably different.
Even boxing fans don't tune into the first fight of boxing.
Then how come boxing fans are so like hardcore on their sport and how it's better than MMA and all this shit?
Because they're knuckleheads.
No,
they're a bunch of knuckleheads.
It's because they genuinely enjoy it.
Jessie is defending something that she doesn't believe in.
No,
Jessie
I'm
can't
not
stand
even defending it. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate. You're asking why. I'm trying to explain perhaps this is the reason why. I don't know the actual reason.
There's zero depth in a boxing card. And
to
the
you,
reason
the
reason
fan.
why there's no depth is because there's a gazillion organizations. There are fighters on those cards that chances are will never be anything.
How about this? Is there any boxing fans in the chat? Because I'm not a boxing fan and I can't speak on behalf, right? I can only speak based on what I think they're thinking.
Boxing, if you look at Casey O'Neill, right? If you look at Casey O'Neill, you could make an argument that this young 23-year-old can actually be something decent. If you look at the first fight on a boxing card, chances are they'll be fucking bagging groceries in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Almost.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like boxing, they just throw a bunch of nobodies on there just to fill space.
But
and then they fucking throw you into some decent fights.
What if they're nobodies and boxing fans actually know who these people
are? They're nobodies. They never pan out to be anything. They never do. They never.
But
even
you follow
boxing
the
fans.
Sport?
Oh my God, we're arguing something fucking ridiculous. I'm trying to say the truth here, and you're just playing devil's advocate to a point that you don't even believe.
Wait, so you're dictating what the truth is?
Jesse, I am the truth. I am the fucking. Listen, let's be serious here. Boxing is shit. It is a trash sport. Boxing. It's been around forever. It's a sweet science. Now, the upper echelon, the top of the top, you got some interesting stuff over there. Yes. The Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury, very creamy and delicious. But let's be serious here. The fucking Starbucks fighters in the beginning of the card, and that's what they are, a bunch of Starbucks fighters.
Okay.
They're nobodies. On the UFC, they built a roster of people that have legit chances of possibly getting a belt. Think about this. These guys here, these athletes here, could put together winning streaks and go for a title. You know, if they play their cards right. That's why you tune into a UFC card very early, because you could see a champion fight in the first fight. In boxing, you're not going to fucking see that shit. It's trash. It's just straight trash. And the problem is there's too much boxing. There's too much. There's too much out there. They're just finding Joe Schmo from off the street and say, hey, buddy, looks like you could throw a punch. You want to jump in the fucking ring over there? That's what's happening. Let's be serious here.
Okay.
Boxing's trash. It's complete trash. And that's why MMA is greater than boxing.
And
the shirts have dropped on Teespring.
boxing fans in the chat.
I'm doing a promo. Excuse me. Doing a promo. That's why MMA greater than... I'm doing a promo for our company. Shush. MMA greater than boxing on teespring.com. The MMA-Holes dropping. Thank you very much. Fuck boxing. No, I was in the middle of a promo, so I had to run over you. If I cut a promo and if you step in the street and I'm driving my Tesla, I have to run you over. It just has to happen there, Jess. If you cut a promo, I expect you to do the same. Let's drop it on the MMAHoles.com very soon. Anyway, don't take offense. Just get out of my way when I'm talking, because I'm a machine over here, Jesse. I'm a machine. And I'm sick and tired of boxing with this fluff and people actually saying boxing's better than the UFC. There's no possible way. There's no way. You even know, though, for a fact, though, like, you don't like boxing, right?
Yes, I already said that.
Yeah. So go like this. Go like this.
No, I'm good.
Go like this. Look at the camera. Look at the people out there. Just put the finger. You have a free hand. Just go like this and say like this. Boxing. Go fuck yourself. And now Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva is out there and making boxing a joke. Now, a lot of people, and here's the thing, Anderson Silva afterwards was very humble and gracious and had a lot of respect for the sweet science, because Anderson Silva's a class guy. But I'll speak for you, Anderson Silva, because I'm a class less guy. Okay? Anderson, Spider, I'll speak for you. Fuck boxing. And thank you very much for taking out Mr. Chavez Jr., the champion, the MMA champion. Anderson Silva getting the job done.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Silva showed up to Mexico, like Steven Seagal did when he was looking for that nigger Richie.
I haven't really seen much Steven Seagal movies. In fact, I don't think I've sat through one full Have you ever watched a Steven Seagal? I've seen Steven Seagal, of course.
No.
No, right?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Steven Seagal versus Joshua Fabia. Winner fights Charlie Zelenoff, and the winner of that fight fights Jake Paul. Winner of that fight fights Logan Paul.
All right. What's with the Steven Seagal?
Wonderful, wonderful.
I will not let us forget about our Lord and Savior Artem Lobov taking out a pro boxer first. We 2-1 now, son.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. I forgot about that. But that was bare knuckle. But still, yeah, he took out Paulie Malignaggi. I guess Anderson was, I guess Artem's the first, Anderson's the second. But, it was a real boxing fight, right? With Silva. He was a real guy that got it done over here. So, but isn't this funny, though? Like, it seems like, for some reason, this always takes precedence. Now, is this because boxing's bigger?
I don't think it always takes precedence. It's just what's in the news right now because Silva just fought.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that if there was no boxing fight this weekend, that people probably wouldn't be talking about it.
Interesting.
And you have to remember, you have views from both sports. So you have boxing fans and MMA fans and fans of both. So even if it does take precedence, it's probably because everyone has an opinion on it. Some people think boxing's better. Some people think MMA's better. You know?
There is an origin story, Jesse, to my hostility towards the boxing community. Okay, I never had a problem with boxing. In fact, I liked boxing before MMA. Right, I was always a fan of the whole Tyson era. I've been to boxing fights in the past. My cousin was a boxer. Right,
you liked boxing before MMA?
Because I didn't know what the hell MMA was.
Really?
When I was younger, I had no idea. I
How
knew
am
my
I
father
just learning
watched it.
this about you?
My cousin boxed for the police department, and he did the Golden Gloves and all that stuff. I told you this. I actually told this on air. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't recall.
Yeah, my cousin Joe.
I'm sure you did tell, but I just don't remember.
And I always enjoyed boxing, right? Not like a hardcore fan, but I enjoyed watching the big fights.
Jess, I will elbow drop Moss for you, so you don't get a DV charge. Ha ha ha. Hope all is well.
Thanks, Nicole. Hope all is well with you guys. And I'll keep that offer in the back of my head next time I need it.
The next time you step out of line. I'm gonna tie you up to a seat and force you to watch preliminary boxing, and then let's see how much you fucking run your mouth. No, but actually, I never hated boxing when I was younger. I actually always enjoyed it. When there was a big fight, I was always down, right? So my problem with boxing fans is this. As soon as the UFC started to gain momentum and speed, boxing communities got threatened. Boxing fans got threatened, yes. Anytime I would jump into a chat or anything like that, like I would say something like for instance, like even with the Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather stuff, people are so angry in the boxing community about Conor even coming in there and just making all these comments and MMA's trash and this and that. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why are you guys so hostile? They got very defensive because here's the thing.
Wonderful, wonderful.
To be fair, boxing guys have a better chance of actually winning a belt. Most of the divisions in the UFC have had only like 5 champions in UFC history.
Boxing fans have a better chance at winning a belt. Most of the divisions in the UFC have had only like 5 champions. I don't know what you're saying though. What belt? Whose belt? UFC belts? Boxing belts? Thank you for the donation. I have no idea. What is he saying?
Boxing. So like in boxing, more belts are distributed than in MMA.
Yes, it's true.
Like in MMA, there's 1 belt per division, and in boxing, it seems like you just have to fight to get a belt, pretty much.
Yeah, they're giving belt a la candy. It's like Oprah with gifts and Ellen DeGeneres. You know, boxing, you lose this belt, next week you can fight for another belt, no problem. Yeah, it's the truth. It's the truth. It's because the sport's been around for so long and fighters have options, and it's great for the elite athletes because they can make some big bucks. So that's great for them. I don't really have a problem with boxing. Well, I do have a problem with boxing, but I like when it comes to the big fights I'm in, my issues, and I addressed earlier, are their cards are just meh, and then you have like the big fight. You're essentially paying $70-something for one fight in boxing. It happens over and over and over again. It's kind of crazy, you know. At least with the UFC, if you're paying $70, the whole card for the most part is something that you're interested in. There's always a little storyline.
It is outrageous, boxing pay-per-views.
Yeah.
I do, like, that's one thing that maybe I'm not really on board with. The amount of money you spend for a boxing pay-per-view is nuts compared to what you can spend for an MMA pay-per-view.
It's nuts. It's crazy. It really is. And even the purists. But here's the thing. Boxing fans are like, yo, wait until you got to check out this fight over here. This guy's the real deal. But you're only telling me about 3 fights. There's never more than 3 fights on a boxing card. If I were to say to you, okay, we're gonna watch the first fight on this boxing card, mega pay-per-view. Tell me something about that guy that's fighting the first guy. The purist would have like, I don't know who that guy is. You know, no clue, no fucking clue who those guys are. But in MMA, we have an idea. We know where they came from. We understand because it's a smaller pool of fighters here. So I like the fact that the UFC is tight and it's harder to get a belt because there's not as many belts around there. But the hostility started here. As soon as there was this crossover with MMA and boxing, the boxing community started getting a little edgy, right? And as soon as the UFC started to skyrocket, and when you're walking down the street, people are talking about Ronda Rousey, Brock Lesnar's, Conor McGregor. You know, the casual person's talking about this over any boxing that's going on. You know, let's be honest with you. If you go up to a person on the street and you say, hey, Canelo Alvarez, Conor McGregor, who will most people know who is? Like, who is the more popular fighter?
Well, Conor's also made a name for himself outside of the cage. You know, like he started that whole liquor business and everything. Like,
that's not what I'm saying.
I don't see Canelo Alvarez pursuing other endeavors.
Canelo's doing whatever he does, but Canelo's like right now, he's the guy, right? You would have to say. I mean, listen, what do I know? Or Tyson Fury, for instance.
Yeah, I'd say you have better luck with Tyson Fury.
And what did Tyson Fury do?
I don't know.
He took Conor's bag of tricks. He did the whole sunglasses with the bravado.
That the whole Tyson Fury thing came before Conor.
Tyson Fury was doing it, but not as well. You know what I'm saying? Tyson Fury always had that silver tongue. He was quick-witted. He was always very smart. But honestly, be honest with me. Before Conor McGregor came into the UFC, did you have any clue who the hell Tyson Fury was?
No. The only reason I knew who Tyson Fury was because we started reacting to his boxing fights. I would have never known who Tyson Fury was.
So think about this. Even if you don't like Conor McGregor, if you take the biggest name in boxing and then you take the biggest name in MMA and you hit the streets. In fact, I think that should be our first way back on the streets. I think we should hit the streets, just go up to random people at a fucking supermarket and say, who is this guy and who is this guy? And I guarantee more people know who Conor McGregor is. And what happened was boxing fans started being like, wait, We've been around longer. We're the sweet science. We're this, we're that. We're so much better than MMA. MMA's brutal. MMA's cockfighting. Every time you'd see on ESPN, the MMA guy debating against, Joe Rogan did it years ago, where he was on ESPN and he's debating against the boxing guy. And boxing's like, that's human cockfighting. You know, boxers are super sensitive. So I'm here to do this. I'm here to step on the fucking head of boxing fans.
Boxers or boxing fans?
Boxing fans, excuse me. Boxing fans, the boxing community. I'm here to step on your fucking head. I'm here to elbow you in the fucking face. I'm here to fucking knee you in the fucking chin. That's what I'm here for right now, because fuck you sensitive cocksuckers. Anderson Silva gets the win. Now you fucking choke on that. You choke on that, you son of a bitches. I didn't even think we were going to go down this route, but we must. We must, because this is what the people want to talk about. This is the trajectory here. The UFC is skyrocketing. And yes, boxing's still making money. Don't get me wrong. But the UFC, like predicted by the Mystical One years back, the UFC will blast past boxing. They will blast past boxing. And what's boxing doing now? They're panicking. They're having fucking circus fights with Jake Paul.
Well, let me ask you this. If the UFC was never showing any trajectory, like if they weren't showing any possibility of moving up and moving past boxing, do you think boxing still would have done the circus fights? I have a feeling that they still would have done the circus fights regardless of where the UFC was headed.
Well, they're more panicking into the circus fights. And think about this. Circus fights are going over to MMA. They're going to MMA fighters. They're begging them. They're begging MMA fighters to fight their boxers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're trying to drag them into their world and humiliate the MMA fans, right? And the MMA community. It's not working. Anderson Silva, a guy that should have lost that fight. Another guy that was supposed to get smoked. Did not happen. Did not fucking happen. So what's happening here? MMA is winning. We're winning everything. It's good to be an MMA fan. Now, listen, if you're a boxing fan, don't worry. It's fine. If you like both, if you like watching MMA and boxing, that's fine. I'm not trying to burn you down. But if you're a boxing purist and you don't like MMA, you can leave my community. You can get the fuck out of this chat room. I don't want you, because chances are you're a sensitive fuck. And we're not about the sensitivity here. We're about the fucking strength, the honor, the pride, the UFC.
Moss is in rare form tonight.
So they could all suck dicks. They could suck their boxing dicks.
Why Moss makes a point, the classic fights of long ago 30, 40, 60 years ago all had undercards that almost no one can mention a name or even see footage of.
It's the truth. Boxing fans, if you're jumping in tonight, we're just here to educate you, okay? Watch MMA. You can watch boxing too. I'm fine with that. I have no problem. I'm watching boxing too. I enjoy it. It's not like I hate boxing. But I'm here. I'm a product of what you made. You've created this monster, boxing fans. You have created Mystic Moss. I've jumped into boxing chats. Never even started any trouble. Just said something about the UFC, not in a way to throw any shade at boxing. And I've had people ban me for just saying UFC, for just saying Conor McGregor in a boxing chat. I've even messaged creators and say, bro, we got a big MMA community over. We have a big YouTube channel, rising up as well. Like we're in the same boat here. And I've had boxing creators apologize to me.
I will say
because they're like, oh, we thought you were trolling, and I was like, no, I wasn't. I just mentioned the UFC.
Yeah, I will say I was actually there when that happened, and it was a little weird how literally he did not do anything but come in and mention MMA or something like that, and the guy just flipped. It was really bizarre. No trolling or anything. Could
you imagine if a guy came in the chat and said boxing's the best, and I'm like, you're out of here. Could you imagine someone everyone in the chat just spam boxing's the best? I'm just gonna fucking ban all you motherfuckers. It's just crazy. It's a sensitive bunch of idiots. But this is the thing. They're worried because they don't understand MMA. They think it's too brutal, right? So they don't want them to get any shine. They don't want the UFC to get any shine here. Well, what's happening? Dana White, front and center, just laughing at boxing and just doing his own thing. He's even laughing at the circus shit. Dana White could jump down that road and go circus fights too. And it's like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. It's kind of badass what Dana's doing, I think it's inevitable. I mean, eventually he's got to, jump into that fucking circus world. But right now, Dana's like, no, I'm not doing it. It's kind of badass by the boss.
Well, I think Dana White knows where he is in this whole game, and he realizes the value that he is. Because if you think about it, everyone's running to Dana. Like you said, everyone's running to get the MMA fighters, and Dana keeps saying how they're hitting him up on his phone and he won't answer them and this and that. He keeps saying, leave me alone, because he realizes that they want him. It's not the other way around. So as long as he stays in his lane and keeps doing what he's doing, he's just going to run over everybody.
It's inevitable. The UFC is mega. Now, I don't know what's going to happen when Dana decides to hang it up. Hopefully the next person can fill his shoes. I don't know if his shoes could ever be filled, to be honest. I don't know. But anyway, right now, the way the UFC's going, they're an unstoppable train. And boxing needs circus stuff. And I'm not trying to shit on the actual technique of boxing, the style of boxing, the actual just striking. I like it. I like a good boxing fight. I really do. Like, if there's a good matchup and two guys are trading, I'll sit there and enjoy it. No problems. But I'm addressing the people out there that are afraid of MMA taking over. The people that are scared out there, that are shunning us. I saw Drunk Savage say in the chat that he's been banned from multiple boxing YouTube channels. They're sensitive. I don't know. You know why they're sensitive, Jesse? Because people that are in the boxing world know that if they were out on the street and they fought the worst possible MMA fighter in the world, they would get their ass whooped. That's the problem. You can have a female MMA fighter probably choke out one of the best boxers on the street. You know?
I just want to point out, Mr. Iron Hex in the chat says he could care less if you like it, but you do care because you keep coming in about it. So that means that you do care if he likes it or not. See, Mr. Iron Hex, though, from the beginning of the show, is trying to trigger the untriggerable. And here's the problem. Go to a boxing channel. If you want to get banned, go to a boxing channel. They will gladly ban you. But not say stupid things in it. I mean, whatever. I don't know. If you want to look like an idiot, look like an idiot. I mean, Shields just beat a man fighter, says Uncle Chrome. SpongeBoy Me Bob says TBH, and I'm not sucking ass, but this is by far the best fighting channel on YouTube. Oh, wow. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, you just blew the head up. Great job.
I want more of that in the chat. I want more of that. I want you blowing smoke up my ass because I'm a sensitive human being and I need more compliments in this chat room. I demand it from you.
Let's see. If boxing wasn't dead, they wouldn't need Pauls, says Khabib Time.
That's right.
And, well, it's not even that boxing's dead. It's like Ma said. It's the they're trying to keep up with the pace of MMA right now because MMA they're coming in fast. So I think it's less that they're dead and more that they're just trying to keep up.
Now, how funny. We started this show in a way. I was completely calm. I wasn't trolling. If you notice, all I was doing, I was going to make it a boring show and just break down this card. I was just like, let me get in and get out here. Maybe we'll take some phone calls tonight. Really good card. And what happened? What happened here? Got a couple of donations coming in, riled us up. And that is the beauty of this show. Okay? You guys have a chance to interrupt the show and completely change the trajectory. We have a way of going in a certain direction here, and then you guys come in with the fucking donos and some of the comments in the chat over here. And what happens? We just go off the rails. We just go crazy. And that's how the MMA-Holes works.
Yes.
And that's why we're different than anything else out there.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I'm burping up a pesto, so I apologize.
Ew.
How gangster would it be if Usman showed up to the Colby fight with like 8 belts? One for every head he took to get those belts. That's some gangster shit.
Usman's a gangster, period. He's a gangster, period, man. That's a bad man. Thank you, Mr. Chrome, for the donation.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I kind of like listening to Moss talk about boxing versus MMA. It's like watching a chimp try to make sense of an iPad. Moss gets too sensitive and gets triggered with this shit. Boxing is not dead. Dummies.
Boy.
I never even said that. Like, I tell you what. we've come to, and thank you, Kinoto, I appreciate that. A little slow, right? A little slow?
I'm not making
Maybe it has a little ear wax.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just here.
I said that
Fielding
MMA is going to
opinions.
blow past boxing, right? We're here to take over. I said the reason why I was created. Why am I even explaining to this? Is it a little slow? Kinoto, I see you LOL in the chat, but a little slow to the part. Were you like the last one picked in sports? What's going on here, Kinoto?
CBD. 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 CBD, 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 CBD. It helps with healing process and inflammation and stuff like that. So you want to get these for before or after the fight training and make your life a better.
Now here's a
place.
boxing fan, Roberto, but likes both.
I think Mystic getting a boxing tattoo. Smiley face. I'm going to try to get tickets for Canelo's fight in September. Very expensive. Either you have the money to attend a boxing event or you don't. That's simple.
Yeah, boxing's crazy when it comes to the prices now, and Canelo Alvarez is a big ticket. But look at Roberto, for instance. This is the boxing fan I'm talking about. This is a good fan. This is one of the few out there that embraces combat sports as it is. He'll watch MMA, he'll watch boxing, huge boxing fan, but he does both. And that's what I'm trying to say to the boxing community here. Instead of banning everyone in your chats and being all sensitive people. Sensitive people. I'm making up words. Instead of sensitive, there's sensitive. Instead of being sensitive. Why don't you just embrace what's happening here? Change. Instead of like making all these circus fights and stuff like that, maybe on your boxing cards, perhaps throw some MMA fights on there. Throw them in the ropes. Put some 4-ounce gloves on these fighters and mix it up a little bit. Because it's just a matter of time before we take over everything. So you might as well embrace it. Instead of having circus fights and having Lamar Odom fight Nick Jonas, who do he fight? Nick Carter?
Jonas. Oh boy.
One of the Knicks? I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe embrace it.
Aaron Carter,
that guy. Anyway, this card, which I will try to talk about. I'm gonna blast through it since I know we're gonna be going boxing hard all night. Because Anderson Silva getting the job done. I'm just going to roll through this real quick because I don't want to miss out. Parisian, a really good fight against Martinez. That was a really nasty scrap between the big boys over there. Parisian gets the win by a decision split. Chaos Williams, a man with strength in his hands. Another fight, went decision, but complete fireworks as Mr. Matt Semelsberger just withstood pain and pressure of Chaos Williams. Came back with some pretty decent strikes of his own. But Chaos gets the W, gets the win, needed that one over there. And Matt is both of these guys, whenever they're fighting, I'm going to tune in. Hilarious tweet from a man named, what's the fucking name? Rob Schneider. I don't know if you guys remember Rob Schneider, Adam Sandler's buddy, the guy that was on SNL. By the way, shout out to Kainoto for making this. We made it as our... You guys keep on making funny shit like this. It's just funny. When the Photoshop is shit, it's funnier. Like with the logo reversed and shit. Like, it makes it funnier. And I'm giving like Joe Rogan a hand job over here. The funnier it is, we're going to fucking put it up, man. So Kainoto, shout out to you for that, man.
Wonderful.
Do appreciate that. Yeah, drop it on the MMA-Holes.com. But yeah, Rob Schneider, the animal. Oh my God. The animal. Rob Schneider puts out a tweet, which is completely insensitive. Boxing fans would be very upset about this if it pertained to them. But it's hilarious. Where is it? I hope he didn't take it down. Please tell me he didn't take it down. Oh, wow. He tweets a lot, this guy. Oh, come on, Robbie. Come on, Robbie boy. Damn, this dude tweets a lot. What the fuck? I'm going to have to unfollow Rob Schneider. Dude tweets way too much. Looks like a guy's vaccine. That's great. Okay, Robert. Can't find it. Thanks, buddy. All right, let's see. I know we retweeted it. Where the fuck is it? Where is it? Why can't I find it? Anyway, Rob Schneider did this tweet about the fight that we were just talking about. And I was cracking up. I don't know why I can't find it. What the hell, man? Tell me. Oh, here it is. Jesus, I don't know what the fuck took me so long. So he says, I didn't realize I was fighting on tonight's card. And my goodness, does it not look like Rob Schneider? Whoops. Fucking A. That looks just like him. That looks just like him. Now, that is a woman, by the way. That is a woman. But a really impressive fight. Getting the job done over here. Damn, I mean, it's crazy how much they look alike. It's nuts. But, Jandiroba gets the win over the Murata. And Murata, who looks a little undersized, but she's beefy. The arm was all fucked up. She was fighting with one arm, and the doctor had to stop it. It was gruesome. It was wonderful. But, man, Virna was possessed in that fight. Eyeballs going all different directions, and what a badass this girl is, man. So now she's 17-2. Great fight. So these fights over here, 1 through 5, fire. Absolute fire, 1 through 5. We were like, holy shit. We had a split decision. This fight, not so much, not so great. The Kimura gets a loss, but congratulations to Nick. Can't say his last name. Congratulations. He is now 10-1. Gets a nice split decision over there. How about fucking Matt Brown? I mean, he's got the Lima brothers number over here. By the way, how is Diego Lima in the UFC? I feel he's why does Bellator have the better Lima? Anyway, get them both in Bellator. Put them both over there. But Matt Brown with a vicious knockout. The right cross on Diego Lima. Jaw dropped. We were laughing because this was our reaction. Check this out. We were talking about donuts. Look at this. We're that donut after breakfast wasn't a good idea. It gave me a jolt, and then now I'm like
crashing.
But then again, I mean, oh! Yeah, that's what happened. We were reacting to that. That was our it shocked the hell out of us. We thought, okay, Matt Brown, what's gonna happen here? I mean, the guy's got a ton of finishes, but we were thinking his best days behind him. What does he do? Just lights out Lima. Fantastic job by Matt Brown. Bruno Silva getting a vicious finish over Turman. I mean, it's just nuts. And then this Sung Woo Choi, my goodness, just ends a very tough Arosa. Arosa's tough as nails, and he just got ran through by Choi. These fights were crazy good. Now, Vera versus Grant, another good one. Unanimous decision, but a fucking scrap. Some say Grant won. Some people are upset about this, but I thought Vera did enough. And that was a fucking fiery scrap between the two boys. This fight here, Spivak Olenek, not so much. And, Jung Ige, I thought could have been a little bit better, but it was a decent fight. So on this card, 3 fights stand out that it's they're all right, not bad. But these other ones, my goodness. So this fight night, very much overachieved. Very wonderful.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Sherry Walker over here. Sherry Walker I think she is a member. Oh, anyway, thank you for being a member, Sherry. Thank you so much.
Wonderful.
I fell asleep during Korean Zombie and Ige.
Most big fights in boxing these days involves an MMA fighter. MMA is literally keeping boxing somewhat relevant. Second biggest PPV ever was an MMA fighter. Got your fucking sport, got your fucking career. Got your fucking career, got your fucking career.
That got your fucking career. Is that from Jake Paul or something like that? Where did he get that from? I think so, right?
Hat.
Thank you, Glove Touch. Thank you. One of the best. The Glove Touch.
Wonderful.
Here's Kainoto.
Lamau, no you dummy. I'm not saying you said that. That one donation came in as I was texting away. He said boxing is dead. Stop getting triggered. I love both sports. I don't think one is better than the other.
Yeah, you're backpedaling now, and thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. You're backpedaling because I said I have respect for people that consume both combat sports, and then you got right back on and you pedaled backwards. Kainoto, how dare you pedal backwards? But good job listening.
CBD.
Roberto!
CBD.
With CBD.
CBD. It helps with healing process and inflammation and stuff like that. So you want to get these for before or after the fight training and make your life a better place.
Dropping the Nate Diaz, legendary Nate, 420.
Every week I'm looking forward in winning goat milk. Smiley face.
Roberto's been coming close. He's been coming really close in goat milk. But man, oh man, the youngsters doing their job. Who won last week again? Who won last week's goat milk? Let me look at the scroll. I don't remember. It's funny, man. Like we did that whole entire card. It was a good card, man. For a fight night, it was great. And then the Anderson Silva fight happens, and we forgot everything. I had to refresh my memory going through the card again. I was like, man, that card was great. It was fire. But then again, 8 hours straight staring into these lights and rambling. Timothy Umana. Okay, so Timothy Umana got the last go. By the way, Timothy, we haven't heard from you. Hit us up on the MMA-Holes.com and we'll give you your prize. But shout out to Timothy Umana for getting it done. Poor Ellie. Poor Jesse. Ellie's freaking acting up again.
Who wants to pay $200 to go watch one boxing fight when you can pay $80 to go watch an entire MMA card?
Yeah, it's the truth, man. And I think this is what, like, the angry boxing fans out there that are so anti-MMA and stuff, they should really give it a shot, and sit there. And a lot of MMA fans, too, don't take advantage of all the good fights. It's kind of wild. Like, Glove Touch probably sees it. Like, you go there. Any MMA fight I've been to, whether it's regional or whether it's UFC, no matter what, I was always the first person in the building. I would have to be there for the first fight. Always. I would always have to be there for that. I don't understand why people just kind of wait until the main card gets started. I guess that's boxing fans, right? Because in boxing, you're only essentially paying for one fight. So if you show up during the co-main event, it's not a big deal. It's like normal. I think there are a lot of boxing fans that go to MMA fights thinking, hey, I just want to see Conor McGregor fight, so I'm going to show up 2 fights before. No, show up the first fight. The first couple of fights on the prelims, the best part about being in the building for that, not only is you have a chance to see some good talent, up-and-coming talent fight, but you get to hear the people in the crowd, the actual family members and fans going back and forth, close people, relatives and stuff that have tickets to the fight. You actually hear them cheering for their guy or gal. It's a lot of fun. It really is. The MMA, going to a UFC fight's a lot of fun. And I truly do miss it. And hopefully one day the fight buddies can do something with inside an event. That would be something special, but it would take some interesting, I don't know. We would have to really try to figure out that one.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Odom versus Carter was horrendous, lol.
Yeah.
Like a giant black retarded mantis fight a small AIDS-afflicted squid. So much flailing. I do all my Photoshop pics with my phone. I got almost nothing to work with. Smiley face.
It's funnier that way, though. It is. It really is funnier. I guess if you made that really, if you really paid a lot of attention to the details and stuff like that, I don't know if it'd be as funny. We had a couple of UFC fighters laughing at this. They kind of hit us up when we were laughing about this. So it got a lot of attention. It's pretty funny. Yeah, so shouts to Kainoto for making our new banner. Yeah, you guys come up with some funny shit. We're definitely putting it up. There's no doubt about it. But yeah, Odom versus Carter, what a mess that was. But it is what it is. It's out there to be a circus, like celebrity boxing. There's been celebrity boxing for years, right? I remember ever since I was a kid, they would put together some crazy, China was fighting Joey Buttafuoco or some shit like that. I don't know. I can't remember. But it was just the weirdest shit that they would. Boxing has a long history of that. It seems like every time there's a little bit of a lull in boxing, they decide to throw some crazy celebrity shit out there. But I am looking forward to Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. Another pay-per-view that will be extremely expensive for one fight. Yo, I'm new. You a fighter or some? I am not a fighter. No, I am a podcaster. I'm a black belt in podcasting. JBM is a black belt as well in podcasting. We are high elite level of podcasting over here. So thank you for stopping by. But yeah, okay. Alrighty. Got a little distracted there. Thank you to the donos. Really appreciate that. And whoa, shit, this show went fucking fast. My God. Anyway, a quick recap over here. Anderson Silva takes the boxing world by storm. Gets the big upset win over Chavez Jr. And now the MMA community is gloating. There's a bunch of memes out there laughing about this. And it's really funny, man. It's funny what Anderson Silva did. And it's good to see. I was always an Anderson Silva fan. So I'm one of the guys that got me into this UFC. So it's really fun to see Anderson at 46 to get that done. Korean Zombie, I'm another fan of him. Seeing him get the win over there over Ige, having an impressive performance, a patient performance, was refreshing and fun and wonderful to watch.
Wonderful.
So it was a good weekend. So now if we want to discuss this over the phones, let's open up the saves. From this point on, 5 minutes are on the clock. In that 5 minute, whatever donation comes in, we will add that much more time onto the clock. So $2, 2 minutes, $5, 5 minutes, $10, 10 minutes, so on and so forth. We will extend the show with your help. Everything that you donate helps us, keeps us on the air, and we really, truly appreciate your support. Thank you once again to everyone that's donated throughout these years. To everyone that's hit that like button. By the way, 85 likes is unacceptable. I find that unacceptable. 154 people watching, so please help us out and hit that like button as well. Let's start the clock over here, and let's try to get some saves going. There we go. The clock has begun. So every donation that comes in from this point on, we tack onto the clock. Thank you to everyone for indulging in our show tonight. We will be back live on Wednesday for the Wednesday show, a 2-hour extravaganza. Friday for Fuqua Friday. And, of course, we will be doing the Fight Buddies. There is, I think that Kayla Harrison is fighting in PFL, if I'm not mistaken. I think Kayla's fighting this Thursday. I think Bellator is back. Let me just double check. Bellator. We got Dragnick Newell. We got to get William Knight on. He has a fight coming up in August.
Wonderful.
All right, that's 2 minutes, baby. Glove touch.
The best part about showing up to UFC events early is that there is not a line of 80 farting fat fucks at the bathroom. And no one is spilling whole cups of beer on you. But it is funner when there is a shirtless Mexican screaming funny shit in a...
There you go. By the way, the Glove Touch, going to these events, I don't know if when is your birthday, the Glove Touch? Yeah, he was 15. I think he's turned 16. So thank you to the Glove Touch. Glove Touch is going in pure, which I like. I wish I was 15, 16 years old going to these UFC events. I started when I was in my 30s. Yeah, early 30s. I started when I was going to UFC fights. So I started as a alcohol drinking loony. So I kind of wish I went to UFC events sober. I don't think I've ever been to a sporting event completely sober. There was always been some sort of alcohol in my system. Oh, happy birthday. Last week, the Glove Touch turned 16 years old.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much for chiming in on that. So, yeah. Yeah, what age were you, everyone in the chat? How old were you when you decided to jump in to your first UFC event? What the hell is this? Hold on a second. There we go. Went to the wrong page. All right, so what's the next fight over here? Velasquez versus, when is this? July 31st. Oh my God, July is a banger of a month. Pitbull versus AJ McKee. Oh my God, we have McGregor Poirier 3, Wilder Fury. Wait, when is Wilder Fury? There's 2 trilogies with Wilder Fury 3. Oh man. And now we have Pitbull versus AJ McKee. If you're not a Bellator fan, you might want to tune in that night. That's like literally 2 of their top guys going at it. July 31st. Oh my God. Listen to this shit. You got Poirier McGregor the 10th. The 17th, we got, it was supposed to be the Holloway Rodriguez fight. So I don't know who they're going to put up against Yair Rodriguez. But if it's a top guy, it should be pretty good. 24th is Fury Wilder. 31st is Pitbull versus AJ McKee. My God. Tuned into my first UFC event 28 years ago, says Kainoto. 26, 41. So people are 41, kind of lame, you old head. Better late than never.
Please.
Oh, shit, we got a 50
don't
spot.
Ever buy another UFC pay-per-view again.
Roberto with the 5-0 save.
I don't want your money.
Holy shit.
Pussies.
Yes.
I don't want your money. Pussies.
Wow. Hearns in the chat.
I don't want your money. Pussies. You're a moron.
Whoa.
I don't want your money.
Wow.
Money. Pussy. Money. Pussy.
I don't give a
I don't give a fuck.
Save the show. I love boxing and MMA and sumo. Smiley face.
Yeah, I like sumo too, man. We got to do a sumo Fight Buddies again like the old days. Thank you, Roberto. 52 minutes at least we'll be adding to the show, courtesy of Roberto and the Glove Touch. Thank you so much. We have a minute left on the clock. If you want to tack on to that time, drop a wonderful, wonderful dono, but you're guaranteed 52 minutes. My goodness. Wow. What a dono. I'm looking to see if, here we go, events.
Super
Jeremiah
chat.
coming in with the super chat.
Shout out to all my homies in the chat. Save the show.
My man Jeremiah. Jeremiah's been around for a minute as well. Thank you so much with the 499. Tacking on another 5 minutes to the show. Wonderful, wonderful. Wow, we're getting some phone calls tonight, boys. All right, how many minutes we have left? We have 26 minutes left in the save time. So if you'd like to drop a donation, support the show, and we will add it onto the clock. But we are guaranteed 57 minutes. Completely wonderful, wonderful stuff from this community. So Pitbull versus AJ McKee, probably one of the best matchups yet in Bellator. The most excited I've been. Events, let's see. So Bellator 261. When is this? This is June. Oh my God, Bellator's website's a little wonky. Oh, hold on. We got one at the buzzer there. One at the buzzer.
Colby Covington wants to kiss your hand.
A lot.
Donald Trump, can I kiss your hand?
Yeah.
Kiss your hand. Kiss your hand. Trump, you have a delicious hand.
A lot. An hour and 2 minutes on the board.
And thanks for taking care of me today.
Aw, well, that's very nice. And you're the best. And Mike H., thank you for the donation. Appreciate that. 62 minutes. An hour and 2 minutes. We add to the clock. Tonight on the MMA-Holes. Thank you to everyone for contributing to the madness tonight. Really appreciate the charitable donations. Really do. You guys have no idea how much you help. I have no idea. All right, so Bellator is June 25th, so I don't think that's this week. No, today is what? Today is... oh, yeah, it is this week. Shit. My days are all blending together. So Bellator is this weekend. Johnson versus Moldavsky. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling about that. By the way, Felony Charles Bennett did fight on Friday against Jason Knight. Did not go his way. But I have to say, Felony dropping Jason Knight was absolutely wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Still got them hands. Still, I think Felony versus Jason Knight in an actual bare-knuckle boxing fight, which I truly believe, even after a couple of days have gone by, I like bare-knuckle boxing. And this is where boxing prevails over MMA. Bare-knuckle boxing is great. Bare-knuckle MMA, I just feel like it's MMA. I really don't feel like there's enough of a difference to really get on board with that. So bare-knuckle boxing, I like. And speaking of bare-knuckle, I saw Drunk Savage said bare knuckles this week. Maybe that's what we'll do. I think we might pay more attention to the bare knuckle on Friday then. Yeah, because that should be Friday night, right? So I think we'll pay more attention to that. Because, yeah, this Bellator thing, I mean, I don't know. Why can't I see the event? Oh, there we go. All right, here we go. Let's see who's on this thing. Well, it looks like Bellator changed their website a little bit. Liz Carmouche, the GOAT, Liz Carmouche, former UFC fighter. Daniel Weichel versus Keone Diggs, undefeated Diggs. Sydney Outlaw versus Miles Jury. That's another former UFC fighter. He's got a YouTube channel too as well. By the way, kind of a prick. I was watching his YouTube channel and he's doing like he gives like money advice and he seems like a smart guy. He invests in real estate and stuff. So that's kind of interesting, an interesting angle to his channel. But like his live chats, like you try to bullshit with the guy, he comes across as this robotic prick. I don't know. I don't know if anyone else has watched. Anyone else in the chat watch Miles Jury's live stream? It brings me back to the Cowboy Cerrone fight where I'm glad that Cowboy was whipping him on the ground with just those kicks after watching his live streams. I hate his channel. This is Brandon. I mean, I hate his is strong, but yeah, I'm not a fan. Like I wanted to really I actually wanted to get invested in his channel because it was interesting his real estate advice and stuff like that. Good for him, making money outside of fighting.
Wonderful, wonderful.
But kind of a dick.
Dodger getting owned by the Padres. I hope the double champ is smiling in San Diego.
Yeah, he's a Padre fan, right? Yeah, he should be doing good with that. Thank you, Roberto. Dude wouldn't answer a question without a dono. I get it, but still a dick. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. If your channel, like for instance, today, we have 166 beautiful, wonderful, wonderful people watching, but it's manageable. We can see what's going on in this chat over there, pluck some points or questions or whatever. We can't get to everybody, but we can get to some people over here. We display you and see what's going on. But if the chat is flying and you have thousands of people watching and it's tricky to get to the chat, then donos take precedence, of course. His chat has he's lucky if he has 10 people watching. Yet he doesn't fucking, I don't know, it's weird, man. He seems a little pretentious, the dude. I don't know, it's bizarre. Why, or maybe some people just, they don't know how to interact with it's tricky interacting with a live community, where people have access, to a chat and can force feed their opinions on a screen. And I think some people can't handle, a lot of people can't really navigate around that. I was listening to Howard Stern the other day and he was just torching phone callers. And I'm saying to myself, I'm like, man, I don't even go as hard as Howard, man. I'm actually a sweetheart compared to Howard. He was lynching phone callers. And I think I'm going to start going harder on phone calls. No, I won't. I'll just still be me. But I'm listening to lynching, and I'm thinking to myself, I was telling Jesse, it's probably because he doesn't have that live chat just plastered in front of his face. The constant comments just pouring in, you know? I think a lot of people can't handle it. Use that pic on your banner. Fucking awesome, by the way. Yeah, man, I think it's cool. I think it's cool. Oh, that's why this happened. Hold on a second. All right, I'm going to start the clock and shit. But we're going to take a quick break. Yeah, like I said, if you guys make a fucking... Oh, let me fix this really quick. There we go. If you guys make like something cool, you know, where you're superimposing us into shit and stuff, fuck it, man. We'll keep on rotating banners and having some fun stuff up there. Maybe even changing profile pictures and stuff. I mean, who knows? Maybe making some things on the website as well, the MMA-Holes.com, with some of your graphics. Whatever you guys got. You want to horse around, it'd be fun. But all right. So anyway, I'm sorry, I got a little sidetracked here. Let's play this quick break. It's a little song. It's a little medley. By the way, rest in peace to the people that it's like more of a memoriam. Our phone call song. I'm just too lazy to go back in there and just constantly like pull people out that aren't in the community anymore. So I just leave them in there. But yeah, our phone call song. I'm curious when every person on this phone call song is not going to be there anymore.
Wonderful, wonderful.
It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, man, boxing Chanel suck. Really biased too, especially ego food. That did he blocked me? Smiley face.
What? You got blocked and you're a big fucking boxing fan. Dude, boxing channels, I do not know what it is. They have a fucking army of moderators. The minute you say one thing that counters a point of the host, like you guys say things that I'm like, fuck off. Like sometimes you guys will say things in the chat. I'm like, we completely disagree. But the point is to have multiple opinions. We're not supposed to agree, right, on everything. Then it would be boring. But boxing channels, you have to agree with everything the host is saying or you're getting banned. Why do you want to watch that sheepish bullshit, man? Like, they can go fucking choke on veiny cocks. Maybe it's a little far. All right, we'll be right back. My name is Mystic. What's your name, and how can I help you?
No, I mean, this is Lone Wolf, a.k.a. Allheart, a.k.a. Lone Wolf, a.k.a. Silver Carl.
How's it going, Silver Carl?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, my name's Casper, and I'm a ghost.
Sean, how are you tonight?
Nice. Which one's having?
Yo, drunk, what's up?
Yeah, this is BBSB. I have a mutual problem. Okay, well, this is a real gamer. Man, your voice sounds a lot faggier on the phone.
Hey, it's MJ, the artist formerly known as Kevin Lee. How you doing?
Hey, my name's Dan. I got a question.
Yo, Sanosi.
What's up, Sanosi?
What's up, you guys? This is Justin Jr. Hey, guys. It's Kevin from Denver. How you doing?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Hello, Mustafa.
832, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Hey, what's up, Pulse?
What's up, Pulse?
Hey, Pulse.
Clock. Hey, it's good luck. Alexander.
What am I, chopped liver?
We're celebrating.
Ole.
Yeah, baby.
617, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Michael Antimo from Boston.
No way! Michael Anzalone, you just gave me butterflies when I heard your voice.
Michael, welcome to the show.
Huh?
It's the knitter.
Hello, guys. How you doing? Hi, Jesse.
Hit the like button, you folks. This is the double champ. Yeah, I want to talk to you. You know I'm not big on talking about fighters that much, but...
Hey, this is Jeremiah.
Hey, it's Kevin from Chicago.
Nothing. Gotta talk about these fights real quick.
It's my kill.
Jesus Christ. I'm over here trying to stay awake and shit. Jesus. Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was doing it for you, huh?
Like, no one cares, Justin. Who the fuck are you talking about? Brooklyn Dodgers? Who the fuck them? I don't give a shit about that.
Yeah, the Brooklyn Dodgers should be the ring girl of the year. All right,
that horse.
Okay, Chrome, thank you. Oh,
yeah. Wait, he has stuff to talk about. He's making fun of Justin for don't hang up.
Hey.
Anything else?
Stay white.
Okay, I appreciate that. All right, the phone number is 516-522-0267. A big shout out to everyone that's staying late on a Monday night. We're gonna open up the phone lines. I'm feeling achy, man. I'm feeling achy, but I'm gonna try. I got a daughter now. 44 years of age, for God's sakes. I'm getting old. I'm in geriatric. I'm AARP level of life right now. So I gotta hit that gym hard. So I'm going to make it a point to do it 4 days a week, No one had masks on. The virus, the pandemic is over. Thank God. Thank God. It's over. It's spooking over. So that's wonderful, wonderful. But yeah, I'm very excited to be back doing that, and I hope you guys get out there and are able to take care of yourselves as well too. Don't hide. You know, exercise, keep yourself healthy. Try to put whatever you can inside your bodies to keep yourself on this earth. You know, do it for yourself. Do it for yourself. Do it for your families. Do it for your friends. All right, Google. Let's open up these puppies. All right, so what I want to talk about to the people out there, I do want to discuss, it seems like a hot topic, Anderson Silva getting the win over Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Very long to say. But I want to know what you think. Like, we went in depth with the whole boxing thing. I want to know from you guys, and hopefully boxing fans call. Why are boxing channels so hostile? Why are boxing fans so resentful of the UFC? And, you know, what's going on? Why can't we all get along? You know? If you guys act hostile, I'm just going to let you up. It's just what I'm going to do over here. I'm going to get hostile right back at you and call you and make you look silly. That's what I'm going to do. But I don't understand why everyone's got to be yelling and screaming. And why in boxing channels from beginning to end, why are they always screaming? You ever notice this? Like, they're just yelling. They're always yelling. All right, caller, thank you for calling in. What's on your mind about the... I'm like, what the fuck? You just called up the Bop 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 show. Thank you for calling in. What's on your mind? Like, what is that? Explain this to me, please. I couldn't imagine doing that for 2 hours. It sounds exhausting. But more power to them, right? Yeah, welcome to the show.
Call from
Zay Rocca.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hello, welcome to the MMA-Holes. I didn't quite get your name. What's your name?
Zay. I was in your chat a few seconds ago.
Hello,
yeah,
Zay.
What were you saying?
I said hello, Zay. How are you tonight? Hello, Zay. Do you hear me?
I can hear you a little bit. I just have my other monitor open on the side.
Okay. Well, and what would you like me to do about that?
No. It's me. I have my monitor open, and I'm just gonna go lower it down.
Sure. All right. We'll be waiting for you.
All right. Cool. Thanks.
516-522-0267. Give us a call. Come on, Zay. Call back. Lower the monitor. What the fuck are we doing here? All right, I got to answer like the boxing channels. Maybe they'll have the monitor down. What do you mean lower the monitor? Or maybe you had the show on the background?
Call from NH. To accept, press...
NH, welcome to the MMA-Holes Live. What's on your mind? Tell me what's going on.
What did you just say? I couldn't understand you.
Welcome to the MMA-Holes Live. How you doing, NH? What's going on?
Yeah. This is crazy, this boxing is.
What'd you think about the fights this weekend, NH? I tell you what, I thought it was crazy. Ed.
Yeah, crazy. The fights were great. They were great. I mean, I couldn't believe Brown. I was like you guys. I had him. He wasn't going to win, and surprise.
You know what? You're right, Ed. I didn't think he was going to win either, Ed. But let me tell you, what a knockout! I couldn't believe my eyes. What'd you think, caller?
I couldn't believe my eyes either, Ed. It was like beautiful knockout. It was out cold, yeah. And you got to keep this up the whole time.
Oh, I know. I can't do it. It's fucking. It's Jesse goes, please don't. The baby's looking at me. Oh, how do they do that? And what are they doing at?
Oh. I don't know how they do that. It's beyond me.
Yeah.
They give me a headache.
Yeah, my throat hurts. Everything hurts. I want to cry. Yeah. My God. Anyway,
Oh, yes. The zombie won. I was so happy. That's awesome. Yes.
Great. Yes. What a win for the Korean zombie. It was beautiful see him get the dub over there. You feel bad for Dan Ige, classy guy. But the Korean Zombie gets it done, and top guys again.
Yeah, I did pretty good on the picks, but man, I can never get exactly right. You got to get those perfects and that stuff to get those points.
That's right.
I got 8 out of what was it, 12? Yeah, so not bad, but you got to get those. Got to get them perfect. Got to get the right. Yeah, I hate it when that happens, but oh well.
Oh well.
I try.
It's all right.
I try.
What do you think about? I mean, it's funny. I'm glad you're talking about MMA here because we've been going so hard on this whole boxing thing, but it seems like that's what everyone wants to talk about. Why does everyone want to talk about boxing? What's going on here?
I don't know why everyone wants to talk about. Probably to give it publicity because it sucks, and they have to use MMA to get their viewers and get them back in.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Interesting take. By the way, I'm losing my voice, and I think my boxing impersonation talk show. Jess, help me.
Yeah.
Flemmy.
Sorry.
He was already losing his voice, and then he does that.
That's true. I shouldn't have done
He's a glutton for punishment. What's up, Ann?
Oh, look at that. Look at little Ellie. She's so cute.
Yeah, well,
Adorable.
she's not supposed to be here. She's supposed to be sleeping, but she's a pain in the butt. So you guys get Ellie tonight.
Yes. Well, what? Anything else on your mind about some of the events this weekend?
Yeah, good events coming up. I just want to say hello to everybody at MMA-Holes in there in the chat because I didn't get a chance to because I was busy because somebody was working too hard outside in 90-some degree weather. Came back inside, barely got back inside. I'm not feeling too good. Collapses out cold on my floor.
Whoa.
I had to call 911.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So what happened? What do you have? He got heat stroke?
Oh, bad, yes. And he was out, and I had to wake him up, put cold water on him. And yeah, it scared the crap out of me, the shit out of me, let me tell you.
Can you talk some sense into Moss? Because I keep trying to get him to stop going outside for so long.
Real men get heat stroke, Ann. It's a pride thing.
It's so, what am I going to do? I'm taking care of an infant, and if he passes out on me, what the hell? Let's try and use our brains a little bit.
I was there. Exactly.
Yeah.
Glad I was there, and I had to call 911. That's not what she had to do, but I kind of knew. Yeah, I kind of figured that's what it was, but I had to make sure, and they came, and God.
He's better now, Mike?
Yes, he's better. They suggested going to the hospital, but if he got worse, let's keep an eye on him. His brother came over too, and we're keeping an eye on him, checked his blood pressure, and it's a lot better. And chewed him out, and I got water and all that stuff in him, Gatorade. And
Our
hospitals are full up.
Yeah, don't take him to the hospital unless he has to go. Because the bills and stuff like that, If it's just heat exhaustion, you hydrate him back up, electrolytes, the whole deal. Soup, right? Give him a little soup.
Yeah. They couldn't even take him anyway because our hospitals locally are all full.
Yeah.
I'd have to go clear into the big city.
But he is better now, correct?
Yes, he's better. He just scared me to death.
Yeah, I bet.
All white. Yeah.
You know what you should do now to get him back? After this call, you should collapse on the floor. Just don't tell him.
There you go. That's what I think
and then, as you're on the floor, your eyes closed, and he's like, "Ann, you okay?" You're like, "Payback, bitch."
There you go.
What do you think?
I've had to call the ambulance and medics on him. I don't know how many times now. Only once for me. I had to go to the hospital.
Yeah, make him call the ambulance this time and show him how it is, and maybe he'll drink some damn water. No, I'm actually with Mike. I do the same thing. I stay out there in 100+ heat, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm fine. And then I go in all dizzy, and I'm like, oh man, what am I doing?
Yeah.
So I understand.
Make sure
It's got to be
drink your
careful.
water, you guys. Don't be so stubborn. You listen to Jesse.
Yes.
I mean
I'll try. All right, Ann. Thank you.
Right. You tell him, Jesse. All right. Love you guys.
Love you too.
Bye.
Love you, Ann.
It's Ann. Ann calling in with her husband almost died today, but thankfully, he's still here, baby. It's scary. Yeah, you don't want to see your loved one collapse like that. That is scary stuff. All right. Mike's in the chat. All right. Let's take some more calls.
Call from
Zay.
to accept.
Is that the guy with the monitor again?
Send a voicemail.
Okay. Is the monitor fixed?
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah, baby. Let's go.
Yep. It might took forever, but I fixed it.
All right. Good.
So I missed the fight last week. Who won again?
What fight are we talking about? Which one?
The one from last weekend. Zombie and Ige.
Zombie, Korean Zombie?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, okay. I personally think Ige should have won but I don't know, man. That's who I was voting for. Who you got for the next fight?
Wait, hold on a second. You just said that I missed the fight. I personally think Ige
No, like I was I was going for Ige.
Okay.
Is who I was voting for to win.
Okay, so you didn't miss the fight.
No, I did miss. I missed the fight, but I was voting.
But he still made
like,
a pick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
So who do you have for this next fight?
The next fight, meaning this weekend, Volkov and Gane. I tell you what, man, that is very tricky. That is a very I was thinking about it today, and I don't know where I'm going with this one. I kind of want to lean towards Volkov because I'm not sure if I'm sold on Gane, but man, oh man, that guy's got he's a monster. He can beat you any way in the cage. That's a coin flip, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, for real. I hate that stupid tattoo he has on his back, though. So, oh my god,
a stingray? He has a stingray or something like that, right?
I think it is something like that. It looks so unappealing, like so disgusting.
No, you wouldn't get that, huh?
Would you say? I would not at all. I would rather throw up like everything I've ever eaten in my entire life at 1 second than getting that cigarette disgusting tattoo.
Do you have any tattoos on you?
No, I don't. I don't at all.
Oh, okay.
Tattoo-less.
If you don't put tattoos on a Lamborghini, right?
This guy sounds like Kevin from Chicago.
He's not Kevin.
No, not.
Okay.
But tattoos on a Lamborghini?
I mean, you wouldn't put, I'm sorry, stickers on a Lamborghini. Excuse me, I screwed up the reference.
Right? I mean, no, I don't think so, because a Lamborghini itself is really, like, good looking, so I wouldn't want to mess it up by putting a sticker on it.
No bumper. What if it was an MMA-Holes sticker? Would you put an MMA-Holes sticker on a Lamborghini?
Not on the outside.
No.
On the inside?
Inside? Dashboard?
Like on the dashboard. Okay. Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. I'm putting the picture of Volkov's tattoo, and it looks like, he added onto it. So he had the stingray, and that was in Bellator, and then, wow, my God, he really, holy shit. I didn't see the rest of this thing. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, I just looked it up, and it's just disgusting. Makes me want to throw up. I hate stingrays, too.
Yeah, but did you see what he did on the bottom of it? No? Did you see?
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole, holy shit, I don't remember that. Damn.
I'm disgusting.
Yeah, it's gross, right? Makes you want to puke, right?
Yeah, no. Have you seen John Jones? Man, is so beefy, yo.
Yeah.
I could nuts. Super beefy.
You said you could nut?
I think I could. Huh?
You said John Jones is so beefy you could nut?
No, not nut.
I'm on to you now.
I think I could beat him in a fight. I'm not gonna lie. I think I could beat him in a fight.
How big are you?
If I'm being honest.
What's your height?
I'm 5'7".
5'7". How much you weigh?
120.
Yeah, I think you got him.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you. I got him in the bag.
5'7", 120. You're beating a heavyweight John Jones or lightweight John Jones?
Heavyweight.
Okay. Heavyweight John Jones.
Heavyweight John Jones.
I
got my yeah, you're Jesse's.
Knockout in a second.
You're literally Jesse's height and weight.
Like literally my size.
Are you Jesse? Is this Jesse?
Nope, I'm actually Jesse. I'm using a voice changer. I'm sorry, I'm there. I'm at two places at once.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. All right. Well, listen, I'm rooting for you. I hope you get the win over John Jones. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right,
thank
man.
you.
Well, I'm gonna bounce. I let other people join the call and stuff. You have a great night.
You too. Yeah.
Have a great stream too.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
That was a good call. I thought it was wonderful.
Wonderful.
516-522-0267. Yeah, I don't remember Volkov adding on to this tattoo. He says he would throw up from this thing. It's just too much. Would you vomit from this tattoo? I don't think it would make me vomit.
I don't really judge other people's tattoos because I have a couple like odd ones of my own. So
he'll throw up.
Yeah.
Okay, give us a call, and we'll talk to you. Oh, hold on.
Wonderful.
Donations take precedence.
Chavez Jr. needs help. He's an addict. That's sad.
Chavez Jr. needs. He does look like he's a junkie or something.
She wants Dad's attention.
Hey, Ellie. How you doing? So Ellie's gotten to. She's smiling now. Look at this. Thank you, Roberto. Appreciate that, man. Roberto dropped to 50. She's a smiler now.
She keeps grabbing his arm.
She knows I worked out today, Jesse. She feels the muscle. She's like, Dad's a very strong man. He's a strong father. I like that the treasure troll hairdo. I'm digging that. It looks like her.
I can't get it down. It's like at that stage right now where it's
nice.
It's too short to stay down, but it's too long to really like. It's difficult.
It's okay. All right.
We throw a bow on there and it looks nice.
773 call back. We're taking phone calls here at 516-522-0267.
Call from
Bob.
Hello, Bob.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, man.
That's good. Yeah, so there really wasn't crap to talk about last week. Zombie got the win in the boring decision. Old Man Silva beat up a washed up garbage boxer. Yeah. What I got to talk about is the aftermath of that Vettori Adesanya talk, because I still am seeing it. I see all these fanboys saying Adesanya destroyed him, embarrassed Vettori. Vettori had no business being in there. I'm still seeing stuff like that. I'm like, what fight were you guys watching? Adesanya didn't look impressive at all. Am I wrong, or what do you think?
I think Adesanya just did what he had to do to win. It kind of feel like he was just messing with him. It didn't. I don't know. It didn't feel like Adesanya went really all in the fight.
Yeah, that's the thing. He didn't look impressive. That's my point. But I don't know. I see the reactions, and they think Marvin Vettori just got destroyed. And like, I can't believe you even thought he won. Chael Sonnen is the only one who said, like, 50-45. No way. That's not the scorecard. Marvin Vettori did really well. That was actually a competitive fight. And all these fanboys, oh my gosh, I can't believe you would say that. He destroyed him.
Well, I mean, honestly, I don't think Vettori really looked that great. I'm gonna be honest with you. He did what I thought he was gonna do. He'll never beat Adesanya. It just doesn't work. I don't think he could beat him.
I don't think he looked bad. I just think, I mean, he didn't come forward enough. The times he did come forward, it's not like he was getting lit up. He's not getting pieces. He got his leg kicked.
Yeah.
You see, he didn't get rocked at all. He didn't get hit. I never seen him get landed on like a clean punch, get wobbled or anything. Like, I don't even think he got hit cleanly to the head. I think it was just mainly leg kicks. I mean, the only thing he was doing, Adesanya was throwing those head kicks, and he was blocking them all, dodging them all. Other than that, there really wasn't much happening, but everyone seems to think Marvin Vettori just got dominated or something, which is ridiculous. As far as Whitaker, go ahead.
No, I mean, I think he did. I mean, if you think about it, it wasn't anything to get too excited about. Vettori clearly lost. You know, I mean, it's not like there were flashing moments where you're like, oh, Vettori has a shot here. I never in the fight thought that Adesanya was in trouble. Even with the takedowns, like Izzy was just like, yeah, whatever. Like it didn't seem like Vettori had nothing for him. You know, so as long as Izzy's there, Vittori's not gonna be a champ.
Well, I don't know. Vettori's the only one who came close to finishing the fight with that rear naked choke. He's the only one who attempted to finish the fight. Other than that, it was just leg kicks. So, I mean, it was just a boring fight. And Adesanya won via leg kicks. So that was that. And I see, what did Whitaker say? He came out and said Adesanya is not as good as he thinks he is.
Mm-hmm.
And he's absolutely right. And everyone was getting, you know, typical fanboys. Well, he knocked you out, so what does that make you? No, he's absolutely right. It has nothing to do with it. Adesanya walks around like he's the best fighter of all time. He really was talking like he's going to be the best fighter of all time and this and that. He went up and got exposed by a 40-year-old Jan Blachowicz. So Whitaker was spot on. Adesanya is not as good as he thinks he is. He's ruling over a division that is trash.
I do believe, but I am a little bit of a Whitaker fan, so I could be fanboying a little bit. But I do believe, and I said this after the first fight, I think Robert Whitaker with a clearer head makes it a very much more competitive fight. And I think this one's going to be a really good one. I really do think Robert Whitaker is going to bring it, but be cautious. He's not going to be playing into Izzy's game as much as he did the first time around, and it's going to be a way more, you know, like I said, competitive matchup. With that being said,
I would agree.
I mean,
I would.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, with that being said, it's just tough to say right now with these rematches that any of these rematches are going to be. The only dangerous one is Whitaker, and Whitaker did get finished. So if you really look at it, like, damn, man, maybe Izzy is just going to sit here for a while. You know, maybe this is his throne, and he has a right to be as confident as he is. You know.
Yeah, the thing with Whitaker is he's been in so many wars, and I don't think he's as durable as he once was.
Mm-hmm.
I think those Yo Romero fights, I mean, he's got rocked in every fight since then. Darren Till hurt him, wobbled him pretty good. Cannonier wobbled him, almost finished him late in that fight. I just think, and he got knocked out by Wonder Boy. I just don't think his durability is there. I think he's been through too many wars, and that's the only problem I have with him is his chin is a little bit suspect. I think Adesanya just has to touch him a few times, and it may be the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my point is middleweight is just trash.
Yeah.
But he's ruling over a weak weight class. What are you going to do?
Mm-hmm. I tell you what, the fight that – I mean, I'm not saying that this guy's going to win, but I would like to see Uriah fight him, Uriah Hall. I would like to see it. I know Uriah Hall's a little longer, but he's a dangerous striker, and I think it would just be a fascinating matchup between the two. Other than that, other than the Robert Whitaker rematch, which it was still interesting to me, if Whitaker gets smoked again, you look at all these fighters and you got to think that Adesanya just beats everybody. Like there's maybe Weidman, who knows? I don't know if Weidman could fuck him the whole time and not get clipped. Maybe, who knows? Maybe Weidman can come back and get something like that done. That'd be wild. But, I mean, realistically, you look at this division and not one person on here is a problem for Izzy. In the top 15, it's crazy.
No, a bunch of washed up fighters and a bunch of muscle heads like Vittori and Paulo Costa. Then you got a bunch of blown up welterweights like Darren Till. My final point this weekend: Volkov versus Gane. The thing with Gane is Gonghead is he'll do the bare minimum to win.
Mm-hmm.
Like I watched his fights and he's content with just getting the decision victory. He's not going to overexert himself. He's not going to go in there and try to put on a show. So I think that's the problem we have this weekend. It might be a boring fight, decision victory, or Volkov goes in there and puts it on him. So there's really not much to say with that fight. Because are you impressed with Gane?
No.
People are high on him, but his fights are just boring as hell. I mean, I went back and watched a few of his fights for this coming up weekend, and I'm just like, dude, this dude's supposed to be the next big thing. He's boring as hell.
Yeah.
He's
just
a
wins.
Good fighter, but just boring as hell.
He just finds ways to win, and it's still kind of early, But Volkov, I think he is going to bring it to him. I think Volkov is going to push the pace. I don't see how he doesn't.
The only thing I'm worried about is maybe Gane kind of just takes him down and lies on him.
Yeah, but Volkov on the ground too is dangerous too. It's not like he's not. He's pretty dangerous on the ground as well. Volkov's got a lot of tools. It's a great matchup. I think this fight's gonna be good. I think Volkov's gonna be a nice.
It is a good fight.
Yeah, both guys could be a problem.
I've been saying I think Volkov is the most. He's the biggest problem for Ngannou with his striking ability, his stand up. I think he'll be able to survive early against Ngannou. I think he could weather the storm and take him out. But I'll leave you to it. Next guy calling. Take it easy.
Okay, that's Kevin coming in, ruffling some feathers as he does. But Volkov is on a nice little run over here, and we'll see. We'll see what Volkov can do against Gane, who a lot of people are saying this guy is going to be a champion. But yeah, I'm with Kevin though. Gane kind of bores me. It's weird. A boring heavyweight. Usually when you see heavyweight fights, you just think fire. Especially when a prospect's coming up. But I don't know. Gane's good. He's very good, but we'll see.
Call from.
It's Zay, back again.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Welcome back. Make it quick.
I'm back. All right. So I just have a few questions. Did you see Pablo's bumpy head? Yo, it looked like herpes. Did you see it?
Pablo
I'm assuming
who?
You've seen it.
Pablo who?
Costa.
Yes, I did see it. It looks great. Thank you. 516-522-0267. Give us a call. Here's the number. And let's chat. Let's have some fun here. We got 37 minutes of show left. Thank you to the people who have extended the show. Really appreciate the support of the wonderful, wonderful people out there.
Wonderful, wonderful.
We got Johnny Hall coming in.
Please ban the words Kevin from Chicago. Well, this weekend Kevin almost lost his virginity, but his grandma kicked out the male stripper he had hiding in his basement.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Johnny Hall, for the wonderful, wonderful $2 donation. Ricky Chen has subscribed. Thank you, Ricky Chen. Appreciate that. Make sure you hit this like button. We're looking for 150. We're looking for 150 likes. So let's go, people. Smash the like button.
Call from
Anderson.
Hello, Anderson. Welcome to the show.
He normal. What's up?
How you doing, bud?
Damn, I was pretty impressed with Anderson. That was a pretty damn good fight. One can only wonder what would happen if he went into boxing instead of MMA.
Man, I tell you what, it is something to think about. It really is. That was fun to watch. He looked smooth, the good head movement against the ropes. I don't know, like a lot of people are kind of discrediting Chavez Jr., saying he came off the couch, he wasn't really as good as his father, blah, blah, blah. But with all things, I mean, still, Anderson shouldn't have won that fight, and he dominated. It was crazy to watch.
Exactly. He's a pure boxer. Normally, aren't they supposed to always win against MMA guys, according to boxing fans?
I guess so. But when you put a 46-year-old MMA guy, they have no chance.
Fucking with the spider.
That's right. It was good to see. I tell you what, it felt emotional, too, in a weird way. Maybe because it was a long stream, I don't know, but I felt like, man, it felt like nostalgic seeing him get the win and dominating. It was fun.
Yeah, exactly. Anderson dominating like he used to, you know, not getting his ass kicked or anything like that, getting taken down, held down.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So true. Did Chael Sonnen talk about, did he break down, did he do anything on his YouTube channel about Anderson?
I'm sure he did. I haven't seen it.
I try to stay off the internet because it's just videos of Chris Weidman sucking him off and apologizing in his podcast. Everywhere I turn, I run into that clip. I'm like, okay, I saw it already. Like, I don't need to.
Yeah.
I get it.
Once was enough.
Yeah.
Seeing that.
Yeah. So what else you got, man?
What they're talking about Vitor saying he wants to run it back with Anderson boxing. What do you think about that?
We'll see how he looks against Oscar. I tell you what though, I'd rather see Anderson just make some money. Ultimately, I'd love to see Anderson stop. You know, and we have that last memory in our mind saying that was a good swan song right there. But he's gonna make money, and if he's going to, he's got to fight these old school boxers. I think that's the best, or novelty YouTubers or some shit.
Honestly, you know, I don't want to see him fight the Paul brothers. I couldn't take that if like Jake Paul actually knocked out Anderson. Can you imagine, dude?
Yeah, that's the risk you take. Yeah. That is, if he gets knocked out by a Paul brother, we're back to square one.
Oh, no, I couldn't take watching that dude. I was a fan of Anderson in his prime, and it would just be too hard.
I think Anderson...
fucking seen Fedor get knocked out by Bader.
I think Anderson's too fast, though. I really do. If he fought one of those Paul brothers, they're not going to... His head movement and the way he was countering... Like that counter jab and like I don't know, it was beautiful, man. Anderson, his head movement was he was getting hit, but it wasn't flush. Like he wasn't in danger. And the way he was moving around with his arms down and he would counter, he would stun Chavez. I have to think with one of those punches, he could face plant one of the Paul brothers for sure. I think he destroys the Paul brother. Let's be honest.
Fuck, I hope so, man. Let's take them both out the same night.
Yeah, that'd be great. A double dip. Anderson, 50 years old. 50 years old. That's what I want to see. 50 years old Anderson versus a Paul brother.
And fucking Logan talking about you could beat Mike Tyson right now. He's old.
Wait, is that what he said?
Yeah.
Didn't he just do his podcast?
Logan? Yeah. Yeah, that was Jake that did the podcast, I think.
Oh, I didn't see him.
And Mike fucking dead-eyed him like, you know Connor's not afraid of you, right?
He said what? Who's not afraid of him?
He said Connor's not afraid of you, right? Because he was talking a bunch of shit on McGregor.
Oh, okay. What did he say?
Bitch, just get the fuck out of here with that. Connor's not afraid of you.
Oh, really? I got to watch that then. Yeah, if it's Mike Tyson doing it, I got to watch that. I can't watch the Chaves shit, the food truck stuff. I'm so done with that stuff. It's just weird.
Oh, dude, he's fucking sucking them off so hard. I think he wants to fucking be their friend and shit.
Yeah.
Like fucking Joe Rogan style.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with that stuff. But if Mike Tyson's interviewing him, yeah, at least Tyson, if something pops in his mind, he'll say it. He doesn't give a fuck if it's controversial or what. He'll just say it.
Yeah. What do you think next for the zombie?
I want Max. I know Max fell out of that fight. When he gets ready, when he gets better and he's ready to compete, Max versus Korean Zombie. That's what I'd like.
That would be nice. I think they're going to wait and do Yair again because, what's his name? What's that guy? He was calling out fucking Yair after Max pulled out. Someone in the chat help me.
Well, who's calling out Max?
No, not Max. Yair after Max pulled out.
Calling out
some
Max.
up and coming fucking flyweight. Oh, yeah.
He's not ranked.
No. Welterweight. Starts with a G.
Wait, flyweight, featherweight.
Giga.
Giga Chikadze?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that guy. Oh, yeah, he was rumored, right? Giga, but Giga, is he? Oh, he's number 10, fighting Yair. Yeah, why would Yair take? Actually, to save a card. Oh man, I think Giga beats Yair.
Could be. Yeah, it would look bad for Yair if he lost to a lower rank guy and Max's
that's a
name. So
that's
I think
dangerous.
He wants to wait.
Yeah, Yair. That'd be really dangerous for Yair to take. Giga Chikadze. My God. Yeah, Yair. I don't know, man. I'm so off Yair. Ever since Frankie beat him, I've never been back on that train. He disappointed me in that fight.
But how long is Max supposed to be out? Did you hear?
I don't know. I have no idea, but I figure Korean Zombie just fought, right? Let him heal up a little bit, and by the time Max is ready to come back, put that together. I mean, that would be a barn burner, you know? I can't see why Max wouldn't take that. He's sitting right there with Yair at number 4. Yair's number 3. He can't fight Cater unless Max hangs out. Maybe Max might hang out and see the result of Volkanovski versus Ortega, and then just slides right back in. Might do that.
Well, if you do MMA math, then Holloway smokes fucking Korean Zombie.
You would think. Yeah, you know, it's funny. Like, I want the Korean Zombie to get that fight, but chances are, yeah, Max would beat him up. You would think.
Definitely.
But this is a more patient... The thing is, Sung Jung, he does get hit, you know? Like, and that scares me, man. And the way Max throws, and he's so relentless with his punching, and I don't know. It just seems like it would be a problem for the Korean Zombie. Yeah, it probably is a bad matchup, but I still want to see Korean Zombie get one more shot up there at those top guys.
Yeah. I don't think... Yeah, he's never gotten a fucking title shot before.
No.
He fucking had to go into the Army.
Yeah. That would be bonkers.
I wanted to see him and Aldo fight so bad back in the day.
Yeah, that would have been cool. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks that he had to serve. It ruined everything. His whole... But then when he came back... It was like, holy, what did he be? What was it? Bermudez, right? Or what was his name? Dennis Bermudez? Is that the fight that he came back to, I think? Where is it?
Fuck, I don't remember.
I think that's the one where he came back and he got the quick knockout. I think it was Bermudez. I was like, oh, shit. Okay. Not like Bermudez was a champion, but still, he was tough, dude. What was the fight? He came back. Yeah, it was Dennis Bermudez. Man. Anyway, what else we got, Drunk? Anything else?
I don't know, Soy Boy is all pissed off in the chat because you hung up on him.
Who's that?
What's his name? Zay.
Oh, is that the guy?
Soy Boy.
Well, he called already. He called once already. Oh, that is Zay. Okay. All right. Yeah, so what else we got, man?
Yeah, I got to put a warning out to all the men out there. You're going to get curious. Do not click on the fucking Jessica Andrade nudes. Just don't do it.
Wait,
it's not worth it, man.
What, her OnlyFans?
Yeah, her nudes are out. They've been leaked, and ugh.
Oh, man.
Just don't do it. You're going to get curious. Just don't. It's not a pretty picture.
Yeah, I don't really have... I don't know. Is it like a train wreck type thing that's like you kind of have to see it?
Yeah.
Is it worse than Pennington? Raquel Pennington?
I don't know about that, but...
You see Beaver? You see...
at least fucking Pennington, her face, you know, it's redeemable.
Mm-hmm. Is there a dick? Is there a cock in the pictures?
I think there might have been once.
Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. But I have a feeling our Discord will probably... This is probably... Actually, you know what? Don't do it in a Discord. We got a 16-year-old in there, so... Yeah, probably not the best idea.
I'm sure Chrome has seen him.
Yeah, Chrome. Chrome's got it pinned up on his wall. He's got the glossy on the wall.
He's the one that fucking requested it from her. He was the one American fan.
One's in the chat if you've seen Jessica Andrade. Full frontal. Was she like leg spread the whole deal? Or was it like sensual?
It was a video, actually. You didn't really see the badge, but...
yeah. Oh, you don't see the badge?
Yeah, you saw her ass, the nasty titties, and some of the badge.
So no proof of what's down in the front?
I don't know.
Okay. All right.
You gotta see it for yourself. Well, no, don't see it.
It sounds like you have PTSD from this.
Yeah, I'm a little screwed up from it. I gotta drink a lot more this next week or two.
You could blame the alcoholism on those pictures. Now you have a real excuse. All right. Well, thank you, John.
I might sue her.
Sue her, yeah. That's not a bad idea. All right. I appreciate the call, man.
Yeah, I'll let somebody else can. Later, Simon.
He's Drunk Savage. Sounds like he's having a good night tonight. Hitting the bottle, having a little fun. On a Monday night, we have 26 more minutes left in the show, so feel free to call us up at 516-522-0267.
Call from
Dr. C.
Manuel C. How you doing, buddy?
What's going on, Moss?
How you doing?
Doing well. I'm doing wonderful, wonderful.
Nice.
Hey, Moss, I need help with my parlay. Who do you got for the Tim Means fight and the Andre Feely?
Oh, man. All right, let me look at this. I didn't even look at the card. Hold on. This is on this Saturday's card?
Yep.
Okay, let me look. I'm going to give you my initial thoughts. I literally haven't even looked at the actual card. I know the main event, of course, but I'm going to look at the card right now. I'm going to give you my initial thoughts here. I'm going to give you guaranteed locks with no thought process behind it. I'm just going to look at it. Okay, so Feely, Andre Touchy Feely, you're saying, who is fighting
Daniel Pineda.
Daniel Pineda's tough. Oh,
That's
shit.
what I was thinking. That's why I was like...
That's tough. All right, hold on. Let me look at the old tap now. Let me tap the bottle and twist the cap. Fuck. That's a tough one, man. So you want to throw them in your parlay, you're saying?
Yeah. So that one's like a coin flip, so I wanted to see who you thought would be the smart choice.
Man, I don't know. I like Feely, man. I think Feely's the type of guy that can get them decisions. He is coming off a loss. Was it Bryce Mitchell, who's a G? And you got Cub Swanson. Actually, you know what? I do like Feely in this. Yeah, I'm good on Feely. And Feely's a pretty big... But you need an underdog, right? Who you just going to bet 3 fights?
No, I was just going to bet 4 or 5 fights and just see, where you put in $20, and if you win, you get $200.
Oh, okay.
But that was one of them that was just coin flip. And then Tim Means, didn't he just come out of jail, or how long ago was that?
The Dirty Bird, Tim Means.
Yeah, living up to his name.
Let me see. Let me look for him here. The Dirty Bird. Where is he? Tim Means. Where are you, Tim? There he is. He's fighting Nicholas Dalby. Oh, Dalby. Didn't he come from the Contender Series or some shit? I can't remember. No,
I'm not too familiar with him, but I know I've seen the guy before and heard of him, but not too familiar with him.
Yeah, I don't remember. He beat Daniel Rodriguez. He got the submission. Oliveira. Tim Means. Yeah, he beat Mike Perry and Staropoli. Tim Means is one of those guys. I tell you what, the Dirty Bird might get I think I still might go with the Dirty Bird on this one. And he's a favorite. Yeah, I think Dirty Bird might be a decent pick.
Yeah, I was just because I know Dirty Bird, he brings it every time.
Yeah.
But like I said, we'll see which one shows up, because he's been in some fights where he doesn't live up to what we've seen him. But man, I used to think Tim Means had some great potential to not necessarily be a contender, but actually be a really good fighter.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, Tim Means has been around forever.
At times he's disappointed.
Man, oh man, he got in the UFC how many years ago? Jesus Christ, I feel like he's
fought forever. 31-12.
He started 2014 against Neil Magny. Tim Means, my God, yeah, he's been around for a while, but he's looked all right lately. He's looked halfway decent. He's fighting a guy that's around his age, 36 years old. Denmark.
Didn't he also beat Mike Perry?
Yeah, the last fight was Mike Perry, which is not really saying much. Mike Perry looks like shit lately.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, I don't mind that pick. I think that pick's decent. They don't.
Nice.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I wouldn't say stay away from it. It doesn't have that feel. You know, like the Feely fight too. I think go what you got.
Yeah, it's going to be a coin flip. All right, that's all I got. Hey, random question. And you would know this, Moss. I was arguing about this 2000 Ravens defense, the greatest defense of all time, because your Giants played them, right?
Oh, they killed us. Yeah, they killed us.
Wasn't that the greatest defense you've ever seen?
At the time, they were saying it was. It was one of the greatest. Yeah, they were really fucking good, man. They put a beating on the Giants.
You think they can hang with the teams of today, that defense?
Yeah.
Up against, like, let's say, the KC and Mahomes?
They had the murdering Ray Lewis on the team then.
Yeah, Ray Lewis in his prime. That team was unbelievable. If you're a football fan and you like defense, I've never seen anything like Ed Reed.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing was a freaking machine. I mean, teams were scared to play them. I remember the Raiders were talking about, you know, their wives are saying, "Hey, are you really going to play these guys?" That was insane. I thought I would ask you because I knew
it was scary.
They beat the Giants in the Super Bowl.
Brandon says 2003 Bucs defenses. I don't think so, man. That Ravens defense was scary good, like scary good.
I've never seen anything to date that good.
Yeah, teams feared them, like feared that defense.
Absolutely. I know people say like the '85 Bears.
Yeah,
I think that they were for the era, but come on now, like the level of athletes.
Yeah, you got
that's a Ravens fan.
I mean, and the sport was way different then too. You could blindside quarterbacks and shit like that. Like if you let that Raven team blindside quarterbacks and fucking, you know, tug onto face masks and mutilate people, I have a feeling with the steroids and shit like that. All day with the Ravens.
You know what? I'll cut this short because I know this is an MMA show, not an NFL show. But, you know, like growing up, I'm a Niner fan, right? Bay Area. So I'm, you know, Joe Montana. I was looking at his tape. Dude looks like Patrick Mahomes. I didn't realize how freaking athletic Joe Montana was.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a lot of these players of the past, because I think about it because I know a lot of times we romanticize the present as whoever the champion is now, like in MMA, is the greatest of all time. People will start saying it, like with Usman or whatnot. But I think athletes are still competitive for 20 years, you know, their era where they can hang. And I know MMA is a new sport, but for example, the NFL, you know, the teams of the 2000s can hang with the 2020 teams. For instance, the Ravens of 2000. So, I wonder if MMA is going to get to that point
where
in the future.
Yeah, 20-year gap, it doesn't matter. Like you look at Chuck Liddell and stuff like that, and you see how great he was. I still think Chuck Liddell gets smashed. Like I think like the top tier guys right now would be a big problem for a guy like Chuck Liddell. Like he was great at the time, you know.
He would, but I mean, like look at like a guy like Tito, who he's just so smart and strong that he can edge out wins, and like if you put him in today's MMA, he would still be very competitive. I mean, GSP to me is the GOAT. I still think today if he fought Usman, he takes Usman down and, you know, edges out a win.
Another thing too is I think maybe camps coaches got smarter as well, evolved, techniques differed, and I guess these athletes today have the benefit of new science, new technology, new recovery methods and stylistic matchup. You know, like there's more. It's more developed now, where there's smarter people in the sport. So maybe that's another reason why athletes now look so good. If you threw a GSP, GSP is great, man. I mean, as much as I joke around and say Usman's going to be the best welterweight of all time, I still believe he could be. But GSP, you know, we all know how good he is.
I think GSP is the GOAT. I think GSP is a greater kickboxer than Usman, a better wrestler, a better athlete. I think the greatest fighters of all time, but pure athletes, were one GSP, and I'd put BJ Penn.
But the problem is,
BJ Penn was a freak.
The problem is, GSP he did redeem himself, but he did get smashed by Matt Serra, which is something that I can't get out of my head. You know?
Well, he got clipped. He got clipped. I think he didn't take Matt Serra seriously. I mean, he's a short, 5'4", stubby guy, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think he obviously didn't see it coming. He got clipped.
Yeah.
And that's all it takes. And I think after that, unfortunately, GSP changed the style because he used to be pretty exciting to watch, you know, with the kickboxing. Like when he fought BJ Penn the first time.
Mm-hmm.
How fucking fun was that fight?
And he got the shit kicked out of him by Johnny Hendricks, too. Should never have won that fight. I mean, he got the shit kicked out.
Yeah, that one's weird. You know, you saw when Osada came in how Johnny Hendricks just completely fell off.
Yeah.
I mean, Johnny Hendricks was starching people with KOs.
Yeah, big rig. When he was but it's crazy, though. Like, during that era, Robbie Lawler was hanging in there with him, you know? And it's weird how... You know, Robbie was able to hang in with Johnny Hendricks.
Yeah, and then you'll have fighters like Jake Shields that you don't think of much that makes everyone look terrible. Like Jake Shields beat what's his name, Tyrone Woodley.
Yeah, that's true.
And you would never think that was possible.
You know what it is with Usman is if he keeps on going in this way, it's like Usman is in a dominating way where winning in dominating ways where it never feels like he's in trouble. And GSP had his moments where he felt like he's in trouble. He's lost. You know, even though he has a spectacular resume, you know, if Usman keeps on rattling off wins, he will surpass GSP if he keeps dominating. You know?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I think that's what's going to be the difference if Usman keeps on staying active. I don't know how active he's going to be honest. I feel he's going to defend a couple more times, and then he's going to start doing some novelty fights or some shit like that and try to make some big bucks. So maybe he'll never pass GSP. I don't know, but right now at this moment, his trajectory looks pretty impressive. It's going to be pretty impressive.
I just hope that there's a really good chance. I mean, well, Usman was in trouble the other day with what's his name, Burns. I mean, Burns had him. Burns could have finished
clipped. He did get clipped, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, even with him getting clipped, I didn't think he was going to lose. You know, I never felt that fear. You know. So that's the thing. So think about it. Gilbert Burns. I think Gilbert Burns hits harder than Matt Serra. You know?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I could agree with that.
So I mean, I would say, and Usman ate it like it was nothing. You know, got hit right on the chin. He got hit by Jorge Masvidal, who hits pretty fucking hard. You know, and just kept coming forward like that. Usman's chin is just add that to the his bag of tricks. But yeah, it's still premature to put him past GSP. But I'm just
yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see.
All right,
all right, Moss. Great, good call.
All right,
good talking to you.
Just a good call. Just patted himself on the back. He's like, good call. 516-522-0267. 14 minutes left in the show, so plenty of time. Let's rattle off some friends. Let's get some people in here. Some new people, some old people, whoever wants to call in. Feel free to we'll chat about anything. We discussed the Anderson Silva. If you're just jumping in now, we discussed the Anderson Silva situation, defeating Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., the Korean Zombie fight card, the upcoming card.
Call from
Brandon.
Brandon, welcome to the MMA-Holes. What's on your mind?
Oh, my God, man. I don't know if it was Drunk Savage. Whoever brought up the Jessica Andrade pictures, bro.
Uh-oh.
Why'd you do that, bro? Oh, I just seen it, bro. I literally vomited everywhere.
It was that bad, huh?
Dude, I'm cleaning my floor right now. Don't do it.
Okay, I'm going to look him up now. Hold on.
I'm just warning everybody right now.
All right, I'm going to look him up. I'm going to look him up. Let's see. It's like Faces of Death. Jessica Andrade. Okay. Nudes. Looking. I'm going to look. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we got going on here. I'm going to do a reaction. Now, there's the typical nudes. Let's see. Let's see. It didn't hit the Google search yet. Okay. I think I'm lucky. All right, forget it. So how bad is it? How bad are we talking here? You're saying it's that disgusting?
Like, it just kind of threw me off guard a little. I didn't know it was going to be as bad as it was, man. Like, I'm just going to say it right now. Not everybody has and should start an OnlyFans, bro. Like, not everyone's made to be a model.
Mm-hmm.
It's just flat out. Now, I want to know the people who's paying for it, man. They should be put on a watch list. You know, you like what you like, but like, dog, what are you doing? Like, pay. I'd rather them pay for so many other things, you know, but,
that bad, huh?
Why?
Man.
I don't know what to think right now.
That's not good. It's not good if that's your reaction from someone's naked pictures. That is not good. It's not good to hear. So it's very disappointing to hear that Jessica Andrade has terrible nudes out there. But hey, if she's getting paid, so be it. She's got to make some money somehow, and I guess that's the way she chooses to do it. I don't know. There's some people out there that just want to see weird shit. Some people are into that stuff. So maybe I guess there's an ass for every seat, right?
That's very true.
Yeah.
I don't want to hold up the phone calls, but
Okay.
I just wanted to warn you and the people. Just
don't look.
Tread with caution. It's a little rough.
Okay, thank you. 516-522-0267. Do not look at Jessica Andrade nudes. Don't do it. Your eyes will fall out of your head. You'll turn green. You'll die. A lot of sick people out there. I think she probably does really well, People just want to see naked people, I guess. I don't know. And if there's somewhat of a celebrity or an athlete or whatever, I don't know. It's something it's weird. It kind of sucks, man, that people have to turn to taking their clothes off in order to make a buck. Like, it's kind of sad, right?
Call from
Pablo.
To accept, press 1.
Hey, Pablo. How you doing? Welcome to the show.
Boss, you're a legend, dude.
Well, thank you, Pablo. Appreciate that.
Not too bad, man. Hey, but honestly, what I called to talk about is I saw John Jones running on the treadmill, and that man looked like a goddamn gazelle. It's frightening.
Yeah, John Jones. So, everyone's like, when is he coming back? When is he coming back? It looks like he is taking this very, very seriously. I'm going to put the video up now. I know exactly what you're talking about. But yeah, he is. Whoa! Shit, that's loud. Hold on a second. Okay, here he goes. There's John Jones running.
255, full beefcake.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah, man. Impressive stuff. Your boy Francis is shaking in his boots, taking pictures in African kendamas and stuff.
So do you think that this John Jones, he is the GOAT, He did what he had to do at light heavyweight. Now he's moving up. Do you think that he can take out Francis Ngannou?
100%. Tell Egghead to cut the check. That's the only question.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it looks like he's taking it serious. He's put a lot of videos out there of him bulking up, and he is a complete athlete. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens here. I need to get him back in there quick, though, because I'm having some John Jones withdrawals here. I don't want him to coming back in at 40. You know what I'm saying?
He's having withdrawals over Picos, too, but we're not going to mention that.
All right. Anything else, man?
Oh, yeah, certainly. We got to free Justin Jr. He didn't do nothing wrong, man. Everybody likes TNAs. TNAs in the chat. Wonderful, wonderful.
All right. Well, Pablo, maybe when he turns 18, all right? How's that sound?
Wait, but do you juice, though, bro?
Do I juice? Yes. I shove needles in my... No, I don't juice. I should, though.
Oh, shit. We're juice twins. I'm juicing right now, too.
Are you? What
I'm
do you
on
got?
test.
Yeah, what are you poking yourself with? What do you got?
Test.
Nice. Maybe we'll share needles together one day.
Yeah, maybe we could do that. I don't know if Jess would approve.
No. Well, it's not gay if it's steroids. All right, thank you for the call. Appreciate it. It's Pablo. Pablo coming in. Juicehead Pablo. Anyone in the chat on steroids? Anyone on steroids? Let me know. Anyone popping the roids in the chat? All my screens shut down. Oh, here we go. Okay. There we go. That's Pablo calling in. Good calls tonight. All right.
Call from
Tim.
Come on, man. You called in already. What's going on here?
To all the fanboys in the chat, don't forget, Yan B beat Izzy Gane.
Okay. We spoke about Izzy ad nauseum. Like you did a lot of Izzy convo in the first call. Why if you had something else to talk about, then we can chat. But what the fuck? Why? Yes, Jan beat Izzy. Yes, he did. That's true. 516-522-0267. 8 minutes left in the show. Poor people trying to call in. He's hogging the line. People want to speak, get their voice heard. Dodgers getting killed.
Call from
Hey, it's Jerry.
Oh, Yo, Jerry, welcome to the show, baby.
Hey. I just have a few questions here. First off, you look really, really nice. Like, how do you, like, I love the beard. It's so up there. It's so nice. How do you take care of that?
Oh, let me tell you, I put some beard oil in this puppy over here, and then I put some wax as well. I also have a beard iron. I didn't iron it today, but thank you. It's very nice. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. I also have another question. I'm really new into MMA, and what is what is it really about? You know what I mean?
What's MMA about?
Yeah, like, is it just the fighting? What is it really about?
Well, it's about fighting. Basically, you put a man and a cage together. You lock the cage. You let them beat each other up for 3 or 5 rounds, or maybe whatever happens. Submission. There could be a knockout, a TKO, could be involved in this thing. There's a referee in the cage as well, and it's just pure combat with 4-ounce gloves.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's really cool. Why was that drunk guy calling? Kind of.
You sound like an Animaniac. You ever watch the cartoon Animaniacs?
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever get that? Are you an Animaniac or no?
Yeah, I actually am.
That's cool. Alrighty. What else you got?
Why was that drunk guy crying?
Why was the drunk guy caller crying? Which one? Drunk? We have a lot of drunks.
Savage.
Okay. Alrighty. Why is your voice so fucking high? Did you suck in helium before the call? Thank you. 516-522. My God. What the fuck kind of voice was that? Was that a... The hell was calling in right there? It's like a Disney character or some shit. Or a Looney Tune or something. Like, what the fuck? Dude fucking huffed helium before he called in. 516-522-0267. But thank you for the nice compliments. Thank you very much. Make sure you smash the like button. We're looking for 150. The show is winding down. 5 more minutes left in the show. Appreciate all the callers tonight for keeping it real and keeping it sexy. Do appreciate that. But if you'd like to, Helium Lives Matter. He was trolling? No. No way. No way, man. No way. Anyway, we were speaking about Anderson Silva defeating Chavez Jr. We spoke about the Korean Zombie getting a big win over Dan Ige. Speaking about Matt Brown. Matt Brown with an extraordinarily impressive finish. The fight's coming up this weekend. Covered a lot today.
Call from
Mike H.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Mike H. How you doing?
How's it going, Moss?
I'm wonderful. Wonderful. Glad you're alive. That's good news.
Thanks. Who in the hell was that guy calling? God damn.
I don't know.
Who the fuck is that guy?
I don't know. Keeps it interesting.
God. I know. No shit. But far as fights, I can't wait till a freaking McGregor fight coming up. That's going to be kick-ass.
Like I said before, July, so much fun. Starting off with McGregor-Poirier 3. Lot on the line for Conor McGregor. Dustin Poirier looking to put the final stamp on the envelope here and ship off the Conor train into the, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. But then you have Tyson Fury versus Wilder. I don't know if you're a boxing fan, but even if you're not, mega fight. And then I found out that Pitbull is fighting AJ McKee in Bellator. Oh my God, it's orgasmic July.
Wait a second. I got to change my shorts got all wet when you said that.
Oh my God. I don't blame you, man. A moist month, July.
I know. And especially that dipshit making fun of Brother Drunk, you know?
Well,
it's just, he deserved to get his ass beat on that one.
He probably believes that the earth is flat. I'm just going to put it out there.
It isn't flat?
Well, I think with that guy, that guy believes it. Just saying. Chances are he's a flat earther. Yeah.
Oh, there's Jesse. How you doing, Jesse?
Wonderful, Mike H. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Like I said, you can't keep this unreal man down.
Yeah, I'm glad you feeling better?
Yeah, I'm doing better. You know, if I survived alcohol abuse and drug abuse, stuff like that, just a little heat ain't gonna stop me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Keep that fluids. I do the same thing, but I haven't hit the floor yet. But I've been close. I've been close. So just be careful, man.
Yeah, right. Well, I'll let you go.
All right.
Thanks, everybody. Hugs. Thanks for everybody for taking care of me. So, all right. Thanks.
All right, Mike. Have a great night. Mike H. calling in. We'll take one more call. 516-522-0267. The baby's finally going to sleep.
It's like I apologize to the chat because I wasn't here for practically the entire show.
Well,
like she chose the most inopportune time to be awake.
Call from
you missed interesting calls.
Vanessa. To accept, press 1.
Hello, Missy. Welcome to the MMA-Holes. What's your name?
Vanessa.
Denisa?
Vanessa.
Vanessa?
Yeah.
Okay, Vanessa. What size breasts do you have?
I think as a kid.
Oh, as a kid? Are you a kid?
No.
No? Okay.
This sounds like a kid.
Are you a lady? What are you? You're Vanessa, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Okay, Vanessa, what's on your mind?
So I would like to talk about your hair. It is so ugly. I bet you'd be like a freaking rat.
It's a kid. It's a kid.
Thank you. Thank you, Vanessa. I appreciate that. That was some call.
That was really good. It sounded like a chick. It's a kid. It's gotta
516?
be like, probably like a 12-year-old.
I don't know. That was amazing. I might have to clip that and put it on Instagram. I asked him what size his breasts are. That's probably the first time the kid heard that. 516-522-0267. Let's get one more call over here. Thank you, Vanessa, for calling. Appreciate that.
Vanessa. Oh, God.
Call from
Lone Wolf.
Oh, wow.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Wow. The Lone Wolf bringing it home for us.
Yeah. I got in 1 minute ago.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
What is with some of these callers tonight? I'm like blown away.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's fun. It's good time.
Something in the airs and the moon. What the fuck?
You should know you're the wolf, right? So how's the moon tonight?
Yeah, what kind of moon? Are
let's see. I fucking gotta see it out my window. So.
Oh, gotcha. I thought you had like a sense for it or something.
Can we get another howl from you? That was amazing. It got cut off.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
How's that?
That was great. That was great, man.
I yell all the time out my windows and fucking my neighbors call the cops thinking I have fucking dogs and shit. I don't have fucking dogs. Just me fucking yelling out the window.
Oh, so they call the cops on you because they think there's a dog in the house, but it, in fact it's a lone wolf.
Yeah, like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I mean, that's not that late, right?
Mm-hmm.
But anyways.
Yes.
Yeah. Boxing. Okay, all right. My dad was a professional boxer when I was growing up. He fought all over Utah. He fought in Oregon, a couple of western states. Anyways, he had a shitload of trophies, and on top, they had a guy throwing a jab. They had a guy throwing like a left hook, a right. And so I was sitting there fucking playing with him, fighting with him, like throughout my childhood. So I fucking was boxing when I was like 5 years old. Like that was my passion in life. And anyways, so then I got my first UFC, and that fucking actually fucking helped me stand my ground in fucking middle school and shit, elementary school, middle school. I had 2 best friends. One of them was black, one of them was Mexican. I was in a small town, and the only black guy, the only Mexican in the whole, well, maybe, I think there was maybe 2 other Mexicans. But anyways, everyone wanted to start fights, and I would just have to, like, who's the toughest guy? I'm like, set jump us all, like, who's the toughest? I'm like, I'll fight the toughest. And I started getting this reputation of fucking fighting people and fucking kicking their asses. My dad taught me how to throw just a few, like, to put all my weight into like my punches, and taught me footwork and just the basics of boxing.
So,
but anyways,
wait, hold on. I'm actually interested in this. So your father was a boxer. He had a lot of trophies. Respected boxer. Where did he box? Was he like a Golden Gloves type boxer or something like that, or?
No, he fought in Utah.
Okay.
He was like he fought in Utah County, Salt Lake County, down in fucking St. George.
Okay. And as a kid,
mostly in Utah. I mean, he had a couple out of state ones, but he had like 30 trophies. It was like, he was like fucking, I don't know, when he was like, I mean, he played baseball and all that shit, but he was like, he was big for his age, and he was tall, and he was fucking tough.
So
anyway,
as a kid, did you go to these fights? Did you actually see him compete?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh no, my dad, I wish.
Oh no.
No,
okay.
But when I was like 5 or 6, we went to like an outdoor boxing match in Salt Lake somewhere, and I remember it being like so fucking cool.
Yeah.
And anyways, like I don't remember everything, but I remember it being so fucking cool. And so yeah, I wanted to be a boxer, and so that's what I was training for. And then I went up to Blockbuster that fucking was built by my on my main street, and I went up there, and they had UFC 1 on cassette videotape, and I fucking rented it because I was renting karate tapes, fucking like everything you could think of, you know. And my biggest thing, I wanted to know who would really win in a fucking street fight, a boxer versus a jiu-jitsu guy. I wanted to know who would win out of a wrestler against a fucking kickboxer or fucking.
Yes.
I mean, I wanted to know that.
Me too.
And yeah, and after I watched that, I mean, I never returned that videotape. It doesn't. It's somewhere in my drawer. I don't have it doesn't have the cover on it, so I'm pretty sure it's not worth that much money. But I couldn't return it.
I gotta say, I'm very jealous because I came in late in the game. I've been watching for like 10 years, somewhere around there, right? I didn't get the luxury. My father, I remember going downstairs and watching my father. He either was jerking off or watching. I don't know what he was watching. No, he was watching like the old school UFC fights. I would see the guys in the gis. I would see all different sizes and shapes fighting each other. I never understood. I was like, "What? This is kind of crazy." And I wish so bad that when I was a kid that I sunk my teeth into it in the old days. Like I can go back and watch this stuff, but I feel like it's not the same. Like a young man watching or a child going into the video store, renting some crazy ass, sumo wrestler versus a fucking karate guy or whatever. And it's amazing. I would watch bum fights. Like that was the extent of what I would watch. So your story, a lot of people share the same exact story. And now you said you wanted to compete after watching those videotapes?
Yeah, and I did. I had a couple, we were always boxed, like during junior high through high school. Well, high school it turned into more fist fighting. We'd walk down to the cemetery at lunch, whatever. But I was in 9th grade fighting,
you let the wolf out, right?
I was fighting.
You would
fight. What's that?
You would let the wolf out.
Oh fuck yeah! I love to fight. I love pain. Pain. I just. And I was really good at I knew how to throw a fucking decent jab. And once I break a guy's nose from a jab, fight was over, I knew how to throw left hooks. I knew how to throw right hands, just the basics my father taught me for boxing.
Have you ever been bullied? Because if you knew how to how to box, were you bullied as a child, or were you able to handle all the bullies?
In the elementary school, I would say I was kind of a late bloomer. I wasn't that big for my size at all. But with my dad and stuff, I wouldn't let anyone pick on me. If they want to take my backpack or my basketball or something,
Yeah, you take them out.
I would drop everything, be have my hands up, and they're like, "Oh, really?"
Yeah.
And then the way they would throw their punches, it was like a girl. I mean, no offense to girls that had been trained to, throw punches,
yes.
I would just fucking drop them within a couple punches, and fucking teacher would come out, would get suspended, whatever,
Would you win women over with your fights? Would you would women see you compete in the streets against a bully or something like that, take someone out, and a girl would be like, my God, that guy can defend me?
At the swimming pool and shit,
yeah.
We had a lot of awesome fights. They'd make a ring around, and that was kind of how I got my name fucking recognized around the small town I lived in. I mean, it's not so small now, but anyways, I was the first pro MMA fighter to come out of my town I lived in, and that was all because of my first UFC video I watched. Once I found that Blockbuster and I watched it, I watched it probably fucking 1,000 times.
Were you a ladies' man when you were a
addicted.
child? When you were young in high school or something like that, were you a ladies' man?
No, I was more of a fighter.
Fighter. Oh, okay.
What were you saying?
Scrapper.
I mean, I was a ladies' man. I mean, don't get me wrong.
How old were you when you lost your virginity?
Probably 15.
15. Wow, I'm jealous, man. I was
No.
like, oh shit. Oh, you know?
Yeah,
Oh shit.
15. Oh, I thought you said 50. I was like,
No, that was
I'm
me.
not even 50. I'm 39. But
So 15
yeah,
years
about
old, you
15.
lost your virginity. My God, Jesus.
Well, all my friends, a few of my friends had, and so I felt the pressure, you know, and so
Yeah.
I got with some fucking slut, and it wasn't no special thing or nothing, but
it's like, let's just get
to
this
this
over
day,
with.
I don't even remember her name, so
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Were you?
I
did you?
mean-
Was it like really quick, or how did this go here? Were you able to hold out for?
actually we were in her trailer
Yeah.
at her house, and we did it, and I went to my car, and I had a Buick LeSabre 1989, which is a fucking boat.
You remember the car?
Again, right after that, like in my car.
It's romantic.
So it was pretty much like twice in one night. It was
Nice.
just,
I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
the first time a girl touched my penis, I shot a load to hit the wall. I couldn't believe it. Like my dick didn't even know what was going on. It almost went through the sheetrock. I was like, it was crazy. My body started going into convulsions. I almost ascended to heaven. And I was 46.
Well, did you have?
Yeah.
Did you have sex before you got a BJ or?
No. I had sex before the BJ. Yeah, I did.
You had no
Yeah.
intercourse before you had a BJ. Oh,
Yeah, I did.
okay.
I did. And his name was John.
Okay.
It was John Hanley, and he was a nice man. All right. Anyway, where are we going with this?
Yeah,
What,
sounds
anything?
like a nice guy.
Anything? Is there a point to the story, or I don't know? We got.
Well, no, we're talking about boxing and fucking MMA, and they kind of blend together, because if it wasn't for boxing, I probably wouldn't be watching my favorite two celebrities on fucking TV and talking to them. Like, I get to tell people I get to talk to, like, they're like, who's your favorite celebrity? I'm like, that's fucking easy. That's Moss and JBH or Jess, JBM, you know? I'm like, I get to talk to them, you know? Like, they're my fucking, you know, I'm not a big fan of fucking, you know, movies and shit like that, but I'm like, I get to talk to my favorite celebrities. I'm like, you know, you guys kill it every fucking time, and you guys rock, and the fucking MMA-Holes are gonna take over this motherfucking world. But anyways, if anyone's out there fucking struggling with addiction or fucking any kind of problems, just know you're not alone. Fucking, you're not alone, and that's pretty much out the point I kind of wanted to get across. Is you're not alone. You're never alone. There's people out there, you know. I mean, I'm not gonna say that you know it was easy. I relapsed time to time, but right now I am 34 days sober from alcohol. But anyways, I just wanted
34
to say,
days sober from alcohol. That's great.
Yeah.
That's good for you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, oh, thank you, Jeff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard. It's a
How'd you
fucking
stop?
battle, but
You
yeah.
sound sober than ever right now. You sound more sober than ever.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Are you on anything else or no? Is it?
JB was so on it, like when I first called in, you know, and people were like, "Oh, he's so fucked up. He's so fucked up." You know, I wouldn't call myself sober Carl if I was fucked up. You know,
Well,
like I mean,
yeah.
I
So
would
you have
tell the
nothing in your
truth,
system
you know,
right now.
like I have
Xanax?
nothing to fight about to any of the people in the chat or you guys.
Yeah.
But JB, she knew she knew like what alcohol and drugs do to your brain after you know getting off them, and you know you talk, you slur your speech and like all that shit.
Do you
know?
feel
like she was on? She knew. She's so fucking smart, and
She is.
I just give you guys all the credit. And I know I'm taking up too much time, and I just want to tell you guys I love you guys. I love the whole fucking MMA whole community, and I'm here till the end. So
Thank you. Hey, listen, man. That was very nice of you. You seem like a very sweet man, and I hope you. I have faith that you will stay off the sauce. I believe in you. Okay.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it.
All right, now go scream at the moon.
All right, I will.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Okay.
There's sober. All right. I need a drink after that conversation. 516-522-0267. No more calls. That's it. We're done. Thank you very much. Went a little extra time with Sober Carl. Real good guy. And to the people out there that are cleaned up, shout out to you guys. And to the people that can't clean up, that's fine too, man. Whatever. Listen, you only live once. So
you don't
fucking
encourage it.
Drink away.
Oh my God. Don't
go
listen
for
to
it.
him.
Snort, drink, whatever the fuck you want to do. Who am I? I'm not here to fucking preach. I'm here to have a good time. All right. Thank you. It's Jay Smokey. What do you mean? So it's Sober Carl, man. It's Sober Carl. Yeah, thank you everyone for joining in. I appreciate the likes. Thank you to all the donators tonight. And now that Ellie's sleeping, would you like to add anything to this?
I'm just going to give a shout out to the sponsors.
Okay.
Head Rush, Ballsy, and MysticRootsCBD.com. Promo code MMA-Holes for all three for all of your discounts on all of your favorite products, as well as Expedite. Link in the description. 10% off applied at checkout. And ESPN Plus. Use it if you want to watch all of your favorite live sports, UFC Fight Nights, and UFC pay-per-views coming up, including Conor vs. Poirier 3. We will be live again Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for TGIW. My apologies for not being here in attendance as much as I should be. And as always, guys, don't be an a-hole.
Should we get a Jesse puppet? What do you think? The Jesse puppet? Like anytime you're off with the baby, we'll just have a puppet here and I'll do a terrible impersonation of you. Would you be down for that?
Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. I'm sorry. I'm just hitting everything. Everything's wrong.
It's okay. All right. Anyways, shout out to Moss for carrying the show tonight. He did a wonderful, wonderful job.
Wonderful.
And as always, guys, don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA-hole.
Hey, motherfuckers. Thought I was gone? Fucking back. Fuck you. Fuck boxing. Oh no, what happened here? I don't hear anything. You hear anything?
Nope.
I don't hear anything, guys. It's just, we'll just add this to the shit that goes wrong. Where the fuck's the sound?
Keep going, Moss.
Why is it? The fuck's the sound, man? Strange. Can't seem to figure it out, guys. You want to try it? You want to try singing it?
No.
You think the bat fucked it up? Maybe. Okay, we're just going to stare at this. Well, hey, thanks to our Beast Mode sponsors. By the way, we are losing the double champ, unfortunately. But we have Mark R. as a Beast Mode sponsor, patron. If anyone else wants to get a fancy wrench, go to our patrons section over there. Thank you to all our patrons. Patron. Okay, bye-bye.